Okay, as usual. Tes 1, 2, 3, go.
I enjoy extracting lies, especially
Okay,
from those
as usual. Tes 1, 2, 3, go. Hey, there is here. So, welcome back to the channel. And here I have Sloan in my PTR account. So, as usual, what we do every month, I'm gonna test this character out. I'm gonna spoiler you every single thing that you can do with this character. So let's take a look together. We're gonna start with, because this is a live stream, I do want to take my time with it a little bit. And let's take a look at the stats first. So, stats wise, maximum level 12,000 HP, 1,200 attack, quite alright. Like we've seen a couple of Esper right now that can reach 1,300 attack, and that is like the peak DPS Esper. And yeah, but 2,200 is still okay, you know, and 12,000 HP is also okay. Speed 105 is nice, not too slow, not too fast, so that is good. So let's take a look at her skill in here. Let's go. Hello, hi Yuri, welcome to the stream. Yuri just chilling. Yeah, we're chilling here together. So let's go. We're gonna take a look at the first skill. Attacks one enemy, damage 100% attack, inflicts freeze and speed down for 1/3. And because this character, she is like, you know, very similar to Odette. So we're gonna compare her with Odette. Let's see, where is Odette? Yeah, this is Odette. So Odette, attacks one enemy, 120% attack and 50% chance of inflicting freeze for 1/3. So this confirms that Sloan's first ability is like the legendary version of Odette's first ability. It has an extra speed down and it has 100% chance of inflicting both. Sloan kinda reminds me of Bayandina. Yeah. She's kind of similar. Let me take a look at Bayandina. Where is Bayandina?
That's what some people have
Bayon. Where are you, Bayon? It also looks kind of like in the same club as Farah, which is gonna be her best friend, you know, as a pair. Bayondina is low, right? Legendary. Let me see. Where is Bayondina?
Time for me to make an
Oh, there she is. Yeah, the face looks similar. Oh my god, look at that.
I'm tired of living
Did they go to the same makeup store? Like, did they use the same makeup? Yeah, they look very similar. But enough of that. So we gotta take a look. Yeah, the first skill we've already seen. 120% attack damage is a normal average attack damage for the first ability of every single character, like especially DPS character out there, and 100% chance of inflicting freeze and speed down. Yes, for 1/3. Quite alright. And then the second skill, passive, when ADT. Sisters confirm. maybe, who knows? We don't know. Like maybe if we go into her story later on in here, I think it's not. Oh, it's open. Yeah, if we go to this story, maybe we can see that they are actually related or something. We don't know. But yeah, that's for you guys to find out. And then the passive, when Eidetic is active, so Eidetic is a golden buff specially made for Sloan, and it wasn't shown in the patch notes what this buff can do, so now we can see that it actually gives attack plus 10% to Sloan, and because this doesn't have any stack, so it only has one, so it only increases attack by 10%, that's it. So at least it's a little bit better than Fatima. Where is Fatima? Where are you, Fatima? Like kind of a disappointment as a Gilgamesh, you know. Yeah, not like this one. This is just a golden buff number counter. It doesn't do anything for you. It doesn't give you anything. Now this one, at the very least, this gives attack plus 10%.
Time for me.
And then, when editing is active, it inflicts Soul Saver on enemies before they take action. This utility alone makes Sloan into my wanted list. Like I mentioned in the patch notes that there's a high chance that this C is the same Esper as Sujue, as in once the event is gone, there is no way you can get a Sloan anywhere else. So you must, at least, whether she is good or not, you must have at least one copy of her. So in any case you're gonna need her in the future, you already have a copy of her, and you can ask your clubmates to increase her resonance. Now this confirms that she is not actually totally useless, because this one is a very unique utility that I personally can say that it's gonna last for a very, very, very long time. Because the ability to put a debuff on the enemy turn is something that is irreplaceable. That is how I judge skills. Judge characters based on their skills. From my experience playing a lot of games. Like that, this reminds me of one epic Esper that until now I still regret not having. Because I quit Dislyte for a couple of months ago, and I missed this Esper. Yelena. I don't have her in my main account, and I don't have her in PTR account. But when I saw her skill, when I came back to Dislyte, oh my god, I regret not having her. Because of this, Promise Breaker. Like this is, in theory, one of the very, very good debuff that you can use in this game. And this is enough, this alone is enough to put her in the same level as Yuxu, Sachiko, Emma, and Hengye right now. Like an epic Esper category that is actually better than an actual legendary Esper. Just by this one alone. They debuff her Soul Saver from 20 stacks to 10, I think. Oh, I also don't have Yelena. Yeah, that's the thing. Yelena is actually really, really good, but a lot of players don't know how to use her, and I'm gonna show you in this video right now, and how she actually linked to Sloan. So, yeah, that's kind of a nerf right before she came out, because I can imagine like Soul Saver having 20 stacks of it. We're gonna see the Soul Saver. Like I've already taken a sneak peek of Sloan, and hence why I can already like get a bigger picture of her character. So we're gonna talk about Yelena first. So for Yelena, the Promise Breaker, the effect is actually alright. Like it reduced damage taken, it increased damage taken by 3% and critical rate minus 20% when attacking Yelena. And randomly dispels one buff from the carrier at the end of their turn. And this is insanely good, maximum 10 stacks. Why? Because of this, randomly dispels one buff from the carrier at the end of their turn. Like, every time they move, they're gonna have a buff removed. But the best part about this is this one. It happens on enemies whenever they receive healing. They will get 1 stack of Promise Breaker every time they receive healing. And if the target has at least 7 stacks of Promise Breaker, afterwards, and perform pursuit, blah, 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 that's a bonus. So this one can have a lot of stacks, so the damage taken can increase, and the critical rate reduction can also increase up until they can no longer do a critical damage, which is already good by itself. But the thing is that this one, like the ability to put a debuff on the enemy's turn, already make this something very, very strong on a turn-based game. Because that means that instead of you needing to move yourself, you can let the enemy do the job for you. Especially paired with an Esper that a lot of players already forget about, which is Tricky. And I'm gonna also bring out Tricky on Sloan later on. So Tricky, every time the enemy receives healing, a lot of the times the healer can also cleanse. So if the healer can also cleanse, that means that they gonna trigger Tricky's passive, because they also gonna remove the Promise Breaker, So just imagine this scenario. The enemy it's now the enemy's turn, you know, and then they got healed by any source. And a lot of times, like nowadays, we have a lot of new experts that can self-heal. You know, Amir can self-heal whenever they get hit. Feng Sun can self-heal and self-cleanse, and Su Jue can also self-cleanse, and then Ana self-cleanse, and also lifesteal. You know, lifesteal can also be counted towards healing, but that one needs testing. But that means that every time they do something, especially for a defensive lineup, a defense team or an HP-based team, they do heal a lot. And if you have Lian, like, you know, recently there was a boom of a huge amount of players getting Lian at Resonance 6. This will trigger every single turn, whether it's your turn or the enemy's turn. And if the enemy have a debuff, and this is a silver debuff, this is a guaranteed sticking on your enemy, so Tricky will have a ton of chances to petrify the enemy, which is insanely good, you know. So this is why she is considered a Simmer Epic Esper. So she is actually in the same line as Yukshu, Emma, Sachiko, and also Mei. You know, like this, I'm gonna save her for another video. Like I have my Dislyte Esper Guides playlist, and I'm gonna save her for later. Like she is a hidden gem actually. So I'm gonna save her for later. Yeah, she is also in the same category as Yukshu, Yalina, Sachiko, and Emma. All these new Espers are borderline legendary. But we're gonna go back to Sloan. Let's go to Sloan. Kamu ambil Amir bang? Nope. Hi bang Ardi, welcome to the stream. No, I'm not taking Amir. Now she just feels like a strong Esper. Who feels like a strong Esper?
Time for me
Yalina?
to make
Or
an entrance.
or who? Yeah, because there's a little bit of delay between your chat and my live stream. So yeah, sometimes I don't know which character you are referring to if I'm talking about a couple of different characters. You know. So let's just go back to Sloan again. Yeah, so this one is the legendary version of Yalina. Like she is able, Yalina. Oh, okay, yeah. So it's Yalina you're talking about. Yeah, she is just like a strong Esper, but it's just because not a lot of players are actually using Tricky. Like let me ask you and think about it, and go to the PvP section of this game and see how many players actually bring Tricky right now. And think about it. Every time you see a new Esper character, like ever since Feng Sun came up, how many Esper can cleanse themselves? Think about it. How OP in theory Tricky is supposed to be if every single new Esper that comes out after Feng Sun can cleanse themselves, you know? I've been using Tricky in every single PvP I do, and oh my god, he is insanely good. Yeah. So start using Tricky for now, and it's even more true for Sloan right now, because for Yalina's case, she is able to put a debuff on the enemy every time they heal themselves, but here it happens every time before they take action, before the enemy take action. So every single turn after you use your third skill, because you're gonna gain eidetic for 2 turns after you use your third skill, every time after you take your third skill, every time the enemy move, they're gonna get a debuff. And if they have someone like Sally, they have someone like Feng Sun, they have someone like Sujue, they have clans basically, they're gonna get petrified by Tricky every single turn. And this is a passive. As long as you have eidetic, it lasts for 2 turns, and the cooldown of the third skill is 3 turns. So you can basically gonna almost have this permanently on your character, on Sloan, as long as he doesn't get stunned. So every single turn they're gonna get petrified by Tricky. That's how insanely good this utility is. And because I remember her from the event, but my Darkness didn't want to get her. I haven't encountered a Tricky in a long time. See, I told you. Like, just imagine, you know, every single new Esper right now can cleanse themselves. And Tricky can cut your HP by 20% every time you cleanse yourself. Like, dude. Or 30%, it's even better. You cut the enemy's HP by 30% every time you cleanse themselves, and every single new Esper right now, every single month, I see them can cleanse themselves. Even Amir. What is Amir?
I know what.
This one, upon gaining 10 stacks of Zest, dispels all his debuffs. If you saw my latest video about Amir, like encountering Amir at Resonance 6, I only need to bring Tricky, and that's it. I just give myself shield, and he petrified himself. Just go to the video, okay? Just go to my video about Resonance 6 Amir. It's a couple of videos a while back, you know. And you can already see like how crazy it is just by bringing Tricky. Okay, now back to this one. So they're gonna get Soul Saver, and you have a maximum of 10 stacks of Soul Saver at one point in time to your enemy. So if it was 20 stacks, then it is really OP, because that means that your speed gonna be reduced by 100% and critical damage gonna be reduced by 100%. It's gonna make you totally useless, because reducing speed by 100% means that you will never move. Just like Wuyo when she first came out, you will never move. And the thing is that you will inflict 4 stacks of Soul Saver every time you freeze or give speed down to enemy, you know, and it can do both. So if you give both to them, which every single Ice Esper can do, like for example, where is Farah? Look, Farah give freeze and speed down, and then where is it? Aurelius give freeze and speed down, and then
My family would have.
Longman give freeze and speed down. You know, if both of them trigger, it instead gonna give 8 stacks of Soul Saver. 8 stacks, you know. So if it was stay on the 20 stacks, so I can understand why they nerf her straight away. Yeah, the entire enemy team gonna become totally useless. You know? But now they changed it to 10 stacks, so you're gonna be able to reduce the enemy speed by 50% and critical damage by 50%, which is alright. It is balanced, but still insanely OP. Like, because a lot of Esper that rely on speed will become really weak in front of her. You know, like for example, like Ana, Sender, Li Guang, Sujue, Raven, they all get extra damage based on their speed, and that's where why they damage is so high. So by reducing both their speed and critical damage, it renders them useless. They cannot deal any damage, and then also if it's not for a DPS Esper, even a support Esper reducing their speed by half is insanely strong, because that means that they cannot do anything as often as they did before. And it is easy to get the stack, because like I said, like you will be able to get 8 stacks just by giving them freeze and speed down, and every single Ice Esper can do both. So just by bringing her together with one other Esper, like preferably Farah, because Farah is a really good Ice Esper, like she is a legendary compared to Longmian and Aurelius. So you're gonna be able to freeze the enemy using Sloan first and give like 4 stacks. I think it's 5 stacks. 5 stacks of Soul Saver, and then after that, Farah will be able to give 8, which gonna complete the 10 stacks of Soul Saver in the first turn of the battle, assuming that you can move first, you know, if you are on a speed team. So, and also it happens when they take hits. So when they take hits, they also will get a stack, and I don't think this applies for a multi-hit. Like they can only get 1 per turn by a hit. So even if you multi-hit them, it's not gonna get that many stacks. So we're gonna test that too. And then if Sloan has 8 attack after attacking with Ice Peak, performs a pursuit attack with Severing Strike. 720 stacks. Oh, maximum 20 stacks. No, I think they just nerf her, you know, because before this, actually in the morning, this morning, I was recording my PTR testing, but the record was a little bit too long because I keep going back and forth looking at her skill set and then on the testing, because there are a couple of things that I don't understand. Like, it's not as simple as you can see from her text here. So instead of, like, you know, posting like a very long video, like I thought, why not just make it a live stream right now? So yeah, so this is my second time testing Sloan, so I can already know that it caps at 10 stacks, you know. So yeah. Sloan has editing after attacking with Ice Pick, which is Ice Pick is the first skill. So you gonna perform a pursuit attack with Severing Strike, and Severing Strike attacks one enemy 2 times, damage per hit 150%. That means that you gonna deal a total of 300% attack damage, which is insanely strong because a third skill, the S3 damage, usually on average go up until 270%. So this one is even stronger than every single target DPS as per damage. You know, like let me take a look at a single target DPS as per damage, like this one.
I will restore my family's past.
Yeah, this one is 200. It's nothing that it's not showing one single hit. Like this one also is again an extra skill. Like a lot of Esper, this one Brain is the best. Like look at that, 300% damage, attack damage on the third skill with 3 turns cooldown. With 3 turns cooldown, remember that, okay? And this one doesn't have a cooldown. So the best MUI equipment that you can give to Sloan is Avatara. Every time you trigger your Avatara after you use your third skill and gets Eidetic, you gonna trigger this Severing Strike, dealing 300% attack damage to your enemy. And if the target has Soul Saver, deals extra damage. And Soul Saver is a guaranteed debuff on the enemy every time they move or every time they get hit. And because you attack the enemy before you do the pursuit attack, you deal Ice Pick first before you do the pursuit attack, it is guaranteed that the enemy will have Soul Saver because they get hit, you know. So this will always gonna happen, so you will deal 350% attack damage every time she counter attack with Avatara. How insane good is that? Now, hola, hi young one, welcome to the stream. So we just reached the passive, the second ability of Sloan, and it's already insanely strong like that. And now on to the third skill. Attacks all enemy 2 times, damage 180% if you give her a Billy Wand, 180% attack. And let me tell you, an AoE DPS Esper usually deal AoE damage on average 100% attack. You know, AoE damage will always gonna go around 100% attack. Like here, this hit 3 times, this one 90% attack damage, and you can increase to 40%, 120%, and then this one, you see, 2 times damage per hit, 90% attack, can go up to 60%, 120% attack damage. You know, that's the average of AoE damage, 100% attack. Look at that, 100%. That's the average of AoE attack damage. You know. This one, 180%, what the hell? It's almost double the average number of AoE attack damage. This is insanely strong, okay? And then it gains Eidetic for 2 turns. And yo, I'm coming in a second, my wifi is BS right now. Oh, okay. Yeah. And it inflicts freeze on all enemies and allies for 2 turns. As always, there's always a downside to everything that is good. But that is okay, that means that it is balanced. If something is insanely good but there is no downside to it, expect a nerf. But if something is really good but there is a downside to it, then there is never gonna be a nerf in the future. There's probably a balancing kind of thing, but they will always gonna maintain that high risk, high reward thing, you know. So that's why this is justified. The damage that is 180% is justified because she gonna freeze her allies. But this can be countered if you have immunity and also cleanser in your lineup. So it is very recommended for you to bring Clara or probably Jin Yao to counter the freeze effect of Sloan. You know, otherwise it's gonna be really bad for your allies if they get frozen by their own allies. You know, so that's Sloan, and you can change this if you have Sloan at Resonance 2 into giving a speed down instead of freeze. So that is okay enough. So if in any case, if you have Clara, and in any case you got debuffed by the enemy, so you don't get the immunity, you at least only receive a speed down. But it is also countered because the enemy also have Soul Saver, so the enemy also will have their speed reduced. So you are both gonna be very slow. Your team and the enemy team gonna both be very slow. But like I said, it is very much recommended that you bring a cleanser if you can. You know, like Jin Yao will be perfect in here. But the thing is that for Jin Yao's case, she needs to move to remove the freeze. So it is gonna be very bad if there is a character that moved right after Sloan before Jin Yao actually move, then they gonna skip a turn. You know, that's high risk, high reward. But it is very much worth it, you know, to take this. Because you do want to have Sloan in a speed team, because you need her to move first in order to get eidetic here and also to freeze the entire enemy team, because there is no use freezing the entire enemy team if they already use up their third skill and second skill. You know? So, and also there's a bonus effect here. If Sloan has eidetic, this is a passive. If Sloan has eidetic, when she takes little damage, prevents her from dying, fully recovers HP, and gains cold armor and freeze. Cold armor is exactly the same as what Odette has, and freeze for 1 turn. So she's gonna get frozen for 1 turn, which again you're gonna need to cleanse that or give her immunity. And cold armor strength is 100% HP. This just doubles the amount of HP you need to deal to Sloan in order to kill her the second time. But it only lasts for 1 turn, so it's balanced enough, it's okay enough. But at the very least, it's guaranteed that she won't die a second time right after she got revived. You know, at the very least, in the same turn. At least she's gonna be able to move first, use her third skill or whatever she needs to do, and after that, she's gonna lost her armor. You know, I'm back. Hi, Yuri, welcome back. And that's it. So this one is insanely good, and the cooldown is also only 3 turns if you give her a Billing one. So it is very much recommended if you do want to use Sloan, give her a full Billing one. If you do use her in whether in PvP or PvE, because you can use her in both PvP and PvE. It's viable for both. It's not just for a PvP Esper.
I enjoy,
you know. And then
especially
so here's the scenario. Sloan, at the very beginning of the turn, she won't do anything. If the enemy manages to move first, she's not gonna put the Soul Saver on the enemy because it needs eidetic to be active. So she needs to cast her third skill first, get eidetic, and then after that, the Soul Saver gonna happen on the enemy, gonna stack up on the enemy every single time they move. And then, because she already used her third skill, it deals damage to the enemy and also frees the enemy. So because it deals damage, she's gonna give 1 stack of Soul Saver because they take hits. And then they will get another 4 stacks of Soul Saver because they get frozen. So just by casting the third skill, Sloan already gives the entire enemy lineup with 5 stacks of Soul Saver, which reduce their speed by 25% and reduce their critical damage by 25%, which is already quite high enough. And on top of that, because they are frozen, it will guarantee your second Ice Esper, preferably Nora, to be Farah, to be able to use her third skill, and then I think yes, and inflicts the 10 stacks of Soul Saver, and that's it. It's perfect.
time for me.
You know. But if you don't have Farah, then she alone is already good enough, because by the next time she use her the next turn she gonna use her first ability, and she can already use her third ability again because the cooldown is only 3 turns, you know. So it's really fast, and I think after you give third ascension on her, every time your Esper dies, they gonna reduce this third skill cooldown by 1 turn. Yeah. So that is really good. Like, it's already fast enough, but by letting your allies die, it's gonna make this even faster. So you can freeze your enemy if in any case the enemy manages to kill one of your allies, or it probably can trigger if Sloan herself is the one who dies. It's fallen as per this. Yeah, I don't know if Sloan takes little damage prevents her from dying is considered fallen, but yeah, I don't think it's considered fallen. Yeah, but this thing because this is a death prevention, so the counter to Sloan is actually Petros. Petros can go through this aided thing, you know. Yeah, Petros can go through this aided thing. Petros can straight up kill Sloan and ignore this aided thing, death prevention. So that is the usage of Petros here. And then also, what else? Yeah, that's the scenario on the battle. And then after that, after you give 5 stacks of Soul Saver by Sloan alone, if she casts her first ability, it inflicts freeze and speed down. So if you manage to put both on the enemy, it gonna give 8 stacks of Soul Saver on the enemy. So that's why giving her Avatara is insanely good. So this Soul Saver is really easy to stack up, and that's the best part about Sloan here. So I can understand why they put her at the same level as Sujue, even though in comparison, Sujue's utility is far above Sloan, because the ability of giving true damage every time your allies attack the enemy is totally irreplaceable, and it reduces the enemy's resist by 100%, reducing miss rate by 100% when taking hits, and then increase damage taken by 20%. Is insanely OP. This is like, if I give a number for Sujue's utility in here, Sujue gonna be 100 while Sloan is gonna be 50. You know? That's how far apart the utility of this Sujue and Sloan is. But because you only need 1 copy of Sujue to make use of this, puppet art, and not the puppet art. This one. When an ally attacks, its attack deals extra 2 damage. This one, true damage 15% of Sujue's attack. This one is enough with just Sujue's at resonance 0. It's the same for Sloan. Now it's time for you to get Sloan. Just 1 copy is enough for the Soul Saver every time the enemy move, take action, and pair her up with Tricky, and it's already insanely good. And if you can get her, just like Sujue, get a high resonance on her, the next power spike, it's gonna be on the fourth resonance here. Look at this. 4th resonance, Deadly Murmur. When the target has 10 stacks of Soul Saver, severing strike damage 200% attack. Just imagine this. This per hit deals 200% attack damage. So that means that 2 times hitting with this, you gonna deal 400% attack damage. So if you are a pay-to-win players, do get her 4th resonance. This is insanely strong. This is insanely strong, you know. And then after that, the 6th resonance gonna change her gameplay entirely, because it gives her ADT for 2 turns at the start of a round. That means that even without moving, she will already be able to inflict the Soul Saver on the enemy. And if you have Tricky in your lineup, Tricky gonna petrify anyone who try to cleanse that Soul Saver. So instead of just putting her in a speed team, she is only viable in a speed team. Now, if you have her at Resonance 6, she is viable in an attack team. Because you don't need her to move. She will, together with Tricky, petrify the entire enemy team whoever can cleanse, of course, whoever can cleanse in the enemy team when they move, without doing anything herself. And once she die, if she manages to die because the enemy moved first, she has an extra life because she has 8 attack at the beginning of the battle. So it will guarantee that at least she's gonna be able to cast her third skill once. And by that time, it's gonna snowball from there because she's gonna make the entire enemy team frozen, except if the enemy manages to put immunity when it's their turn to move. And Soul Saver, because they keep on moving, it's gonna reach, once you move, it's gonna reach 10 stacks very, very fast. Said that Sloan frees your allies. He is the ultimate backstabber. Exactly, yeah. That's why, like I said, high risk, high reward. But it is justifiable to have this much damage if she actually kills her own allies, So it is just and hi Fagran, welcome to the stream. And hi Aesthetic Raven, welcome to the stream. Kalau musuh mati juga ngurangin cooldown. Really? Wait. Wait. Does it's not saying anything that it needs your electricity. It's fallen Esper. Oh my god, yes, true. Every time you kill the enemy, it will reduce the cooldown. So if you can manage to kill 2 enemies, you're gonna be able to cast your third skill again straight after you cast your third skill. Oh my god, that is insanely OP. How you get Sloan early? Just wondering, my Wi-Fi is stressed. This is a PTR account. This is an account solely for testing, and you can apply that in the Dislyte official Discord. So yeah, I have a PTR account, so I can test the character before they reach the actual server. So why your Esper not upgraded? Because you don't need to upgrade your Esper. In the PTR account, you don't need to upgrade your Esper because in the VR battleground, you can just max everything. You can just max everything in the PTR, in the VR battleground. So let's continue. So in the Resonance, the 6th Resonance change your gameplay entirely. You can put her in a slow team, and she will be able to inflict Soul Saver every time the enemy move at the very beginning of the battle. Now going into her Divinate is also really good. When the Baron's HP is full, Grave Tidings final damage plus 20%, and Grave Tidings is the third skill. So it deals 180% attack damage, and the final damage will get increased by another 20%. And because you need her to move first in order to freeze the entire enemy team, this will almost have your Sloan at full health. So this almost gonna guarantee it to happen at the very beginning of the battle. So that is very, very good. Is this your alt account? No, this is not alt account. This is a PTR account. This is PTR server, I think. Yes. Same Suje is the next Makima, and it's so cute but god at PvP. Wow. What is Makima? What is PTR? I don't know what PTR stands for, but that's what they call this server. It's a separate server that they throw out all of the things that they already make, like for the next patch, a couple of days before the patch actually takes place, for people who apply for a PTR server to be able to test and find a bug and other things that gonna break the game. Like for example, I bet that the Soul Saver stack happened to be found out by a PTR tester. Like I said, 20 stacks of Soul Saver gonna reduce the enemy's speed by 100%, which means that the enemy will never move at all. And that is OP, beyond OP. If the enemy cannot move in a turn-based game, what do you think gonna happen? No matter how strong they are, they gonna die if they cannot move. What are you gonna do in a turn-based game where the enemy never gets a turn? I want PTR server is where certain people experience the updates for the yes. I want PTR please. You can go to the official Dislyte Discord server and find the news there on how to apply for a PTR server. But I think they already closed the application. They only open the application twice a year, I think. So when they put another news of recruiting another PTR tester, then you better apply for it if you do one. But if you don't get a chance to be a PTR tester, then people like me is here to show you how the Esper looks like before you get a chance to go into the actual server. And by this time, you can already choose whether you do want the new Esper or you do want to gacha for the previous Esper. Like for example, like currently we have Amir, and before Amir is removed from the echo, the PTR tester can already test the new Esper, you know. So because I can already test the new Esper, by this time you can choose whether you want the new Esper or do you want Amir. You know, that's the use of PTR tester. That's the use of this video. Why I make a PTR testing, so that you can decide whether the new Esper is better than the current one that is in the echo. Just wondering, do you make holes in plastic bottles? What kind of question is that? No, I don't think I do. What's the whole purpose is? So yeah, enough for the theory. So let's go. Oh wait. We haven't checked the other one. We already seen the resonance. The resonance is good enough. Huge damage spike on the 4th resonance. So if you can get her 4th resonance, but if you cannot, then just keep her at resonance 0. Okay. And then the ascension, it gives attack, HP, and then this one gives the cooldown reduction, and then HP again, and speed. So this is what is really good. Like I said, you need Sloan to move first in order to freeze the entire enemy team and get eidetic as fast as possible. So having speed +7 here is really good for her. And then the last one gives her attack, which is alright. It's not critical rate, it's not critical damage, but it's good enough to increase her damage by even further for this one, because it deals 400% attack damage. That is crazy. Now going into the rival rune, this is insane. This is good because, like I said, you need to move first. So giving her the win is the best. This is the best possible rival rune you can have for Sloan. So she is perfect already in PvP. She is really perfect. And also the Avatara. Like I said, if you trigger your Avatara, you gonna trigger the Severing Strike, which gonna kill your enemy. Like it's gonna guarantee you that you kill your enemy. And we're gonna go to here and check her rival rune at max. So her rival rune at max gonna give her 70,000 HP, which is alright for a DPS. It's not higher than Petros, which means that she gonna be able to get killed by Petros, and she won't be able to kill Petros because of damage reduction. And attack 2,900, quite alright. And then speed 236, which is good, because we need her to be fast. This is good, you know, not as fast as a support Esper like TA or Tolan, those speedster, but this will guarantee that Sloan will move first before any of your other DPS make a move. Now we're gonna need to compare that with Farah. 236, how many Farah? 184. So Farah gonna move after Sloan, which is what we want. Because you want Sloan to put the eidetic first, get the eidetic first for herself, and then put the Soul Saver on the enemy, and then Farah will be able to increase that Soul Saver stack to 10 stacks by casting her 3rd skill. So that is perfect. You know, you need Sloan to move first. And then critical rate 100%, yes, and critical damage 206%. Because you need this to deal a critical damage, and that is 400% multiplied by your critical damage. That is insanely good. So let's go to the VR Battleground. Let's see. We gonna have her. So yeah, I already did a testing with Sloan here, but I'm gonna show you again because I made a video this morning, but I decided to do a live stream instead. Oh no, I cannot do this with the level 100. Let's go back to level 60. Level 60 enemies and maximum level. This is why I don't need to upgrade her, because in the VR Battlegrounds, you can already get her at level 60. Maximum Ascension, maximum Abilimon, and yeah, maximum everything. You know, so you don't need to upgrade her. You can already test her at their maximum strength. Let's see, can I remove that? No, she still get taunted. So let's see, leave. Okay, so look at this third skill. Okay, like I said, you know, keep your eyes open for all this number. Okay, 80 she gonna get, and then she gonna deal damage to the enemy, and it gonna give 1 stack of Soul Saver on the enemy, and then if the enemy get frozen, it gonna give another 4 stacks on the enemy, which gonna total at 5 stacks. And if the enemy move, they gonna get another stack, which means that you gonna see some Esper having 1 stack of Soul Saver if they don't get frozen, and then some Esper gonna have 5 stacks if they haven't moved, and some Esper have 6 stacks on the enemy. So let's go. Kabam! Look at that, 5 stack, 1 stack, 5 stack, 5 stack, 2 stack. Because this is not frozen, but they already moved. 6 stacks because he moved. Look at that. Wow. Like I said, it's very easy to get 10 stacks with her. And now, another thing that you need to take note is this one, freeze and speed down. So like I said, because if you manage to inflict freeze, it's 4 stack. If you manage to inflict speed down, it's 4 stack. So if you can manage to give the enemy both, you gonna give 8 stacks. So take a look at the text that comes out after she attack the enemy. So let's go attack this guy and check the text that comes out. How many lines can you see? Top left. 1 stack. Wow, 8 stacks there. Look at that. That is how much damage the Severing Strike deal. Look at that. How much damage was that? That was 300% attack damage. That's how insanely strong the attack is. And because you do it after you use your first skill, that means you're gonna deal 120% attack and then followed up by 300% attack. So in total you're gonna deal 420% and then another 50% attack. It's in total in one single turn you're gonna deal 470% attack damage. And did you see that just now you give like 8 stacks of Soul Saver on the enemy? So that's how easy it is to give Soul Saver to the enemy. Like even if they can cleanse that, you know, if you have your Eidetic here, it's their turn, they move, they're gonna get 1 stack and it's enough. You know, you hit them once with this and they gonna get 8 more stacks, which brings them either to 9 or to 8 if they haven't moved yet. You know, if they get cleansed and haven't moved yet. At the very least, they're gonna get 8 stacks just by hitting them with the first skill. Dude, I'm so excited for Everett buff. Yeah. We also saw a lot of old Esper getting buffed. So I do recommend you get 1 copy of Sloan, and also I'm gonna hit the enemy again. Let's see. We're gonna keep on continue doing this, so you can see like how good the attack is. Look at that. Oh, and also the number. Just now, if you see the number, there are 2 numbers, white numbers and 1 red numbers. That number is actually her, this one, her extra damage. So the 2 numbers comes from this. It can crit, but the extra damage, I think it cannot crit because it has red color on it, you know. So I don't think it can deal critical damage for this one, the bonus extra damage, but it still doesn't stop you from building her with critical rate and critical damage, because this one still can crit. So you do aim for the critical damage on this one. This one is just a bonus. Okay. So we're gonna use her with other character. Let's see. So that to give you a full idea on how she can perform. And I'm gonna show you this first. Like this is the summer event. Like this is just a shortcut. And then this is the summer pass. This is where you get your coins, which you can trade for this one to draw Sloan or Sujue. So I do recommend to get Sloan first. If you already have Sujue, get Sloan first. But if you don't have Sujue, then definitely take Sujue. For those of you who just recently joined Dislyte and you don't have Sujue, then take Sujue first. And then after that, Sloan. But for those of you who already have Sujue, don't get her extra copy yet. Get one copy of Sloan first and then go back to Sujue. Because you cannot get her anymore just like Sujue. So at the very least, you need one copy of her. So just get her in here. This is a free Esper. Why not? And this is the skin for Jinju. So yeah, just draw this. And then this is the Reincarnation Tower where you can test Sloan in her best performance. And this is the skin for Abigail if you do want to spend. So Jinju Yao plus Sloan not exactly. Like what I did say before. Because
It's time for me.
Jinju Yao, if she wants to cleanse the her allies debuff, she needs to move. But if Sloan use her third skill first, freeze her entire allies, and then it's not Jinju Yao's turn to move yet, but another of your allies move first, then they will skip a turn because they are frozen. So you need your Jinju Yao to move right after Sloan use her third skill, which is gonna depend on your luck. So it is better to give immunity to your allies instead of cleansing it afterwards. So immunity Esper is much better for pairing up with Sloan. Now going back to the VR battleground, we're gonna test her with another Esper. So I'm gonna test her with Tricky. I'm gonna show you how Tricky and Sloan interact with each other. But I do need this Esper, this guy, to not get frozen. Okay. I'm gonna need her to not get frozen. So how many cooldown? 2 turns cooldown for the cleanse. So I'm gonna wait until the next turn. Okay, is it a turn? 1 turn? Okay. Gonna need to move first. Okay, so now it's time for me to freeze them. Okay. So hopefully this guy doesn't get frozen. Oh no, she already moved. Again. Or maybe I can use DA. I can use DA maybe. Let's see. Where is DA? Well, damn, Sloan got something going on there. What's going on? No, I didn't manage to move first before the enemy. Yeah, I didn't manage to move first before the enemy. So let's just wait. Okay, so if she gets 1 turn, I'm gonna freeze them. Okay, frozen. Yes. No. Look at that damage just now. So if she cleanse, yeah, look at that. She got petrified. Yeah, so only the cleanser get petrified, but that is for a healer. So what I mentioned in the tricky combo, is for specific Esper, you know. So for a healer's case, so for Clara, for Sally, every time they cleanse their allies, they are the one who gets petrified. But for Esper like this, what is this? This one, this guy, what is it? What is it? This. If this ability is not on cooldown at the start of Fengsun's turn, dispels all his debuffs. I really love countering Fengsun with you know, tricky. And then there is this one, you know, this one also the same.
The truth is often hidden in
This one.
trivial
When Sujo takes no, not this one. Gain a bonus turn. No, where is it? What is it? The one that cleanses herself.
Let's keep that between us.
This one. When any ally takes little damage, Sujue consumes 1 second to spell, the event and grants a bonus turn. That's blah 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 blah. You know, see. And oh yeah, the best part about this one Fengsun is not only to dispel his own. This one. When an ally is inflicted with stun or sleep, consumes 2 stacks to dispel the afflicted effect, maximum 8 stacks. Yeah, this is my favorite thing to counter with Tricky. Because every time I stun someone, Fengsun gonna get petrified, even though he is not the one getting petrified. You know, he is not the one getting stunned. You know, and then this one. Look at this. After attacking, Sakura dispels all her debuffs. And then what is this? This one. Upon getting 10 stacks of this, dispels all his debuffs. You see, like how come nobody used Tricky? What the hell? Every single new Esper that comes out, they all can cleanse themselves. Look at this. Gates for sailor that attacks one enemy. Wait, what is it? Ignores whatever it is. This one. So there should be a cleansing here, I think. This one. When taking a consumes 1 rainbow seed to prevent Anna from dying, dispel all debuffs. Yeah. So you can understand my obsession about Tricky, you know. Like a ton of Esper dies by Tricky. And hence why they need to specifically put this in Iki. Look at this. They need to specifically put this in Iki. Iki gains stealth and it becomes immune to petrification. Specifically for Iki. Only Iki is immune to petrification. You know why? Because if Iki can get petrification, he is totally useless. Because he cleanses his own debuff every time he moves. So that's the thing. That's the thing about Tricky. You know? So Tricky cannot put a debuff by himself, so he needs a help to put the debuff first on the enemy before they can cleanse themselves. You see? So this one can put a debuff when the enemy move. So you can understand the combo, how to say, the synergy in here. You know, you can see the synergy in there. And then if you put Hilda, that means that if you have Resonance 6 Hilda will be able to sleep the enemy team at the beginning of the battle. So they already sleep, they already get, if you are a pay-to-win players, Hilda can sleep the enemy, Sloan will give them Soul Saver, if they cleanse it, they gonna get petrified by Tricky. This is insanely good. But that is for a pay-to-win team. If you are a free-to-play and if you have Farah, this is gonna be a really good combo. And then even without Farah by herself, she can be combined with any lineup. Actually, she can be combined with any ally, That's how versatile she is. She is good in both PvE and PvP. So that's why she is in my wanted list. Very worth it to take, and she is also a free Esper, so why not? You know. Sloan nerf incoming. We're not having Sujo, but wants a backstabber. Yeah, you can just take Sloan if you do really want her. Like, this is your game. You play the game for yourself to have fun. So if you have fun with Sloan more, why not? You know, nothing can stop you from doing whatever you want. Jinyo with immunity set? Why? Huh? Why immunity set? Jinyo is already immune to disables.
It's time for
You don't
me.
need to remove the other debuffs on her.
Plunder and
Except like another counter that I love to do to Jinyo is to silence her and give her speed down. That will stop her from cleansing her allies, you know. But she doesn't need an immunity set. It's much better if you just give her Avatara, or like in this case, give her the growth set to increase her HP so she doesn't die, you know, instead of immunity. The problem is not her being stunned. The problem is that she cannot guarantee to move right after Sloan frees her allies, you know. So the best one for Sloan is actually Clara, Gabriel, and then Sally is the best pair for Sloan, because they can give immunity, and for Sally's case, she can cleanse her allies on their turn. So whoever moves, as long as Sally manages to use her third skill, they gonna get out from the freeze, you know. And then Una's also really good pair because of immunity.
That's
You know, this passive grants immunity to all of his teammates every time Una's move. You know, everyone that can give immunity is going to be really good paired up with Sloan. So yeah. So that's this one we are better. So in the triple threat, like you definitely need a speed captain, whether you want to use TA, you want to use Chuyao, you want to use Tolan, doesn't matter. But in triple threat, you can also use Unas, because this captain ability is for triple threat. So you can use Unas as captain. He can perform for both the speed captain and also the immunity. So yeah, this is perfect in triple threat. You know, you don't need this one. You just need both of them, and they can Sloan can perform at her very best with Unas there. And so we gonna go with another combo here, which is Farah. And I don't need to put this one and this one, right? Like you can already imagine yourself, like they all basically perform the same, you know, just a different different legendary and epic esper. This one is more of a controller, this one is a DPS, this one is a DPS and a controller, as expected of a legendary. So yeah, let's just remove that. And Kaylee is still not gonna perform as good as the other, because she only gives freeze, not speed down. So she falls a little bit below the other. And this is it. This is a really good team lineup. And I'm gonna use Clara just to heal them once they get hit by damage, like that. Look at this, Unas.
Only wind could sweep away all evil.
Move gives AP up to the teammate and immunity. So because he moved and give immunity, so the only one who will get frozen is gonna be Unas. So this one move, kablam, Unas gonna get frozen. Wait, what, where? Oh, ho, 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 ho. So the freeze is not guaranteed. Nice. So it also has a chance. So if you have low accuracy, it's not guaranteed to freeze your allies too. You have a chance to get resisted by your allies. So it's a good news, guys. So it's not always gonna freeze your entire lineup. You know, you can avoid freezing your allies if you are lucky. You know, if your allies have high resist, they will avoid the freeze. It's the same as applying freeze on the enemy. It's a gamble. Now giving this, kablam, look at that, 10 stacks on all of them. Perfect, a perfect combo. Look at that. And now the enemy cannot do anything. Now they are frozen, and then they have their speed reduced by 50%. it's gonna take them a very long time to get out from the frozen. Oh yeah, there's another benefit of having Tricky in your lineup, and that's why I really love pairing her up with Tricky because of this. Look at this. This one. First hit. The first hit extends the target's debuffs by 1 turn, including frozen. Including frozen, guys. So if I freeze them, nice, give immunity, then freeze them. Okay, look at this. It's frozen for 1 turn, and if I use Tricky skill, kablam! Look at this. 2 turns freeze. This one is not frozen. 2 turns freeze. 2 turns freeze. 2 turns freeze. Ha ha ha. How can they get out from here? And just now, because the enemy moved first and hit her, Farah, then Farah gets AP, and yeah, if she has synergy after taking a hit, her AP plus 25%. So she moved first just now. But in a case where you can move before the enemy, because you have your speed captain, then it's gonna be Sloan first and then Farah. Give them 10 stacks of Soul Saver, and then extend all of those freeze to 2 turns, and that's it. Bye bye enemy. Bye bye. Bye bye enemy. Yep. So that's Sloan. So I guess I've already tested everything about her. Like, this is the tips and tricks on how to maximize your Sloan, and I do recommend very much to get 1 copy of her. And if you are a pay-to-win players, get 4 copies of her at the very least. And if you can get 6 copies like that, that is brainless. Just if you have all the money in the world, like just get 6 copies of her, because she's going to be an insanely good DPS and controller esper. You know, this is insanely good, especially the Severing Strike. Oh my god, the damage. Let's take a look at the damage again. Now let's take a look at that. How much damage he can deal. And the thing is that, imagine this. I don't give any of them any equipment. So that means that this is the damage that they deal. You know, just imagine this is the damage that they all deal without equipment. So this much, this much, this much, this much, and this much. So you also deal this much. Look at that damage. This much damage. So it's double Una's damage. And this is Farah without equipment. This is Farah as a DPS with full ability one. All of them have full ability one. So this is Farah's damage. Look at that. Almost the same as Sloan. Because Farah's third skill also deal high damage. 2 times damage per hit, 96% attack. So this is the same as Sloan's damage, 180% attack. That's why Farah is a really good DPS esper. And then extend this. And look at this. This is how much damage Sloan will deal with her basic attack. Let me use this one, the one that is the healthiest. Let's go. Slow it. This one. 1 attack. And after this is a pursuit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, that's that much damage he will deal. So, based on the percentage wise, you can already imagine how much damage it can deal in PvP later on. And in PvE also, this is gonna be control that she can do to keep the enemy frozen. I don't think she will perform that well against a boss fight. Yes, she's not gonna perform that well on a boss fight because you cannot freeze a boss. But you can inflict Soul Saver to the boss. You know, this is insanely strong against a boss if you do want to try her. Like if you still struggle. Like there are two types of people who plays around with boss. Like those who doesn't care about survivability anymore. You already have a really good equipment and your esper is already strong enough to survive without any help from your allies. So that means that you can focus solely on dealing damage to the boss. That means that you don't need to reduce the boss speed or critical damage. But if you're still struggling in surviving against the boss, reducing the boss speed and critical damage will guarantee that your lineup will survive for much longer. So if you still haven't get the full turns on Falsetto Fantasy or Sentinel Hunt, like because you have a limited amount of turns before they change you into the next team, if you haven't reached that maximum number of turns, then having Sloan will definitely guarantee that you have a lot more chances to survive than without Sloan. And she also deals quite a really good damage every time she uses her basic ability, so it doesn't really hinder your DPS that much, although it's definitely going to be lower DPS than as per like Gaius, Yuchuan, Embla, Chloe, etc., Intisar, you know. But still, the benefit that you can reap from reducing the boss speed and get all those extra turns to survive longer gonna increase your score a lot more, you know. So that's her purpose in boss fight, but not exactly someone that is like, you know, a must-have for a boss fight. So PvE is good, PvP is good, and yeah, again, I'm gonna say just grab her. Just grab her. Yeah, so I think that's it. It's not that we don't use Tricky, but we simply don't have him. Oh, okay. Yeah, like if you want to ask me, like I have a viewer that you know, wonder which Esper that I consider a must-have. Like, you know, a lot of YouTubers, they love making a tier list, but for me a tier list is a totally useless thing to have because it is very subjective, and also every single thing have a different purpose. Like I said, like Donar is a low tier in PvE, but in PvP he is a very high tier, and in PvE right now, so certain boss fight he is an SS tier, you know. So what is the purpose of you making the tier list? Like, is it for PvE? Is it for PvP? Is the PvP is for against a defense team? Is it against an attack team? Against a speed team? You know, the tier list is meaningless because your purpose cannot be counted by just one single purpose. You know. Like every single Esper have a different purpose, have their own role, you know. Like for example, like Cecilia is totally very low tier right now, but in terms of reviving her allies, she is insanely good. Like there are a certain battle that I wish there is no Cecilia in that battle because she makes it that I need to kill the entire enemy lineup twice, you know. So it depends on the purpose that you use them for. But for my case, there are Esper that I say is a must-have. Like because what I judge Esper is based on their utility and how long they can last if you get them. You know, things that like damage, like Esper that can only deal damage, will not last long. Because Esper that can only deal damage, in the future there's gonna be Esper who comes out and deal far more damage, like Sloan right now. But effect like Jinyuyao, you know, is something that is irreplaceable. The ability to remove and return back every single debuffs your ally has, and doing that very fast and very often, and she herself cannot be stunned, is something that is irreplaceable. So I will say in a tier list, something that will last forever, you know, once you get them, is someone like Sujue, and then someone like Tricky. Tricky is a must-have in my list. And then after that, Gabriel is the strongest, the best defensive support Esper. And not many players realize this, you know. Because Gabriel is able to give defense up and immunity to all allies at the same time of giving attack down, means that you increase your defense and reducing the enemy's attack chances into killing you. If they don't cleanse the attack down, no one in your lineup will die in that turn. Because the damage that they deal is not reduced by half. Like if you increase your defense up, it reduces your survivability by twice, for example, because it increases your defense by 60%. But giving them attack down on top of it will increase your survivability by 4 times. You know, that's the thing that about Gabriel. So if you want to increase your survivability, increase your defense, reduce the enemy attack. That's it. She can do both in the same turn. And on top of that, her second ability, reduce the yes. As I wanted to echo. Where's the sound? Hello? Hello? The stream on? Hello, hello? Is the stream on? Is the stream on? Hello, hello? We can hear you. Okay. Everything good? Yes, I think everything is good. I restarted my computer just very lucky at times. Yeah. I restarted my computer, so it's good. On bro, we can hear you. Okay, that's it. Okay, so that's actually a good intermezzo. Like we gonna continue with the testing. So let's see. We're gonna go here, and we've already finished testing Sloan. So we gonna test all the esper that change. Let's go. All the other esper that change. Wait, let me set up my computer first. Okay. So Abigail first. Let's go. Abigail. Grant blah blah blah. Oh yeah, I need maximum level here. Let's go. 60%. Let's see. Can give -3 Fortune. Grant all allies attack up and critical damage up. Yay! The change is here. Do you have time? I was wondering if show this when it was messed up. Let's send it. Yeah. It's there. Let me check the video. I've already replied to you. In here, I think. Let me show you. This one, right? Let me give you this. This one. This one, right? I already replied here. And I say, sorry, I couldn't get it. I can just go back when it's fastest. Okay. I'm just gonna copy paste this to you. Like this is the question. I'm gonna copy paste it here. I don't know if. Oh no, I cannot type for too long. It's okay. I'm just gonna read it. So yes, can I get some advice? I have Jinchu R2. Is he worth getting R6? I mean, for future proof wise. Yeah, I can understand. Like right now, you need to decide because that's the purpose of PTR. We can test the new Esper, and we need to decide whether we need to spend on the current banner or not. And current banner we have Jinchu, right? So I'm not convinced on getting Amir. Yeah, that's good because Amir is not a must-have Esper at all because turn count rewards are crap and not worth 240 wish stones in my opinion. The thing is I'm on Amir. The thing is that Amir is not only good for turn count rewards, but there's the whole explanation in here. So I'm just gonna read it. So, oh, you found it? You want to read it by yourself, or do you want me to read it for you? Yeah, it's a whole essay. You know, you can just read it in your own time, or you can read it right now while I'm testing my Esper. Okay, so yeah, just read it in your own time. Like everything is explained there. Basically, TLDR, they are only good if you want to take gamble. So if you can use them to get a higher rank in PvP, then it's worth getting them to R6. But from my point of view, they are not a must-have Esper. Their value definitely gonna drop because their most important asset is their damage. Their utility is only one. Jinchu makes his allies immortal, and Amir makes himself immortal. So if you can exploit those two while they are in the current meta in PvP, and get 2 higher rank in PvP and get a lot more reward from that PvP, and you just need to get lucky and hope that the next meta is not gonna come so soon, and you can exploit that, and all the rewards that you can get from the PvP is already worth it that you grab that R6 Jinchu, and that's it. But for future value, they both gonna drop. It's just a matter of time, with Jinchu lasting longer than Amir, because Jinchu's utility helps his allies, while Amir's utility only helps himself, you know. So that's TLDR. So you can read the entire thing. That is an amazing breakdown. Yeah, the entire thing is there. So let's go continue and test this one. Let's go. I know what to do now. I don't need them based off of what you just said. Okay. So yeah, if you cannot get a higher rank in PvP, and if your Jinchu at Resonance 2 already get you a very high rank, like I know a friend who has Resonance 2 Jinchu and he can already reach 1%, top 1% rank in PvP, it's already enough. You don't need Resonance 6 because definitely you cannot beat the top Weller in Dislyte. So whether you are at top 1%, or at top like 0.9%, the reward doesn't change. You know, you cannot beat the top the top 100 players, you know, as a free to play. Yeah, because my friend is a free to play. So it's not worth it getting Resonance 6 if you cannot get a higher reward, you know. So that's the thing. So let's go continue with Abigail. So the third skill, increase attack up and critical damage up. Like I said, really good for offensive. And then the second one dispels all debuffs from Abigail. This is supposed to be a high resonance skill, but now she get it at the beginning. And then, wait, where is the reset cooldown? What is the reset cooldown? Oh, they decided not to get the reset cooldown. Where is it? Patch notes. I'm gonna read the patch notes again. Dang it! They removed the reset cooldown, the things that makes Abigail OP. What is it? Don't tell me they changed them. Oh, it's on Resonance 2. It's on Resonance 2. Okay. Wait, let me see. Let me see her Resonance. But because it's on her Resonance, I cannot test them on Abigail. Yeah, Rose Blazing resets ability cooldowns for all allied Inferno experts except Abigail herself. This is OP. And it doesn't mention like how many cooldowns. It resets all cooldowns. So like 4 turns cooldown, 5 turns cooldown, it's all gonna get reset. This is OP. And then this one heals herself. This one resets all ability cooldowns for the target. This way will not work on Abigail herself. Queen's Gift. this one, or the third skill, Queen's Gift, this resets ability cooldown of 1 Esper, and then this one, Rose Blessing, resets the cooldown of every single Inferno Esper. Yeah. So this is true. This is true, guys. From the patch notes, it's gonna happen. This Resonance 2 is a must-have for Abigail. Like if you use Abigail, get her to Resonance 2. Like whether you are using the Ripple box or anything, if you have a chance to, get her to Resonance 2, this is insanely good. This is insanely strong. I'm always over top 1%, so trying to push and wasting Wisstones is not worth it. Okay. Yeah. So if you can already reach around 1%, there's not much more reward that you can get from Resonance to Resonance 6 Jinchu, if you cannot beat the top 100 players. So it's better to just save it for another new meta in the future, and when the new meta comes out, you can just straight away go until Resonance 6. That's a much better move, in my opinion. Yeah, I think it's Resonance. Yeah. Thanks for the reminder, guys. So I cannot test that in the PTR. Yeah, I don't have her at Resonance 2. Maybe I should gacha later. Yeah, we should gacha in my PTR account. But right now we're gonna read every single skill of every single allies here, just to confirm whether it's true that their skill change like the patch note says, or it's gonna stay the same. Like if they gonna change their mind. So this one, the AP reduction doesn't have a requirement. Yes. And then after that, what else from Fatum Sisters? And maximum HP. Yeah. 4% maximum HP. Quite alright. This is an AoE damage. Damage per hit, 4%. So 2 hits is 8% damage. Let me check my best friend. No, not Amir. Okay, Amir is an outlier. He deals too much damage, too much AoE damage. So this guy here, the third ability, 6%. I forgot if this is per hit or not. I think this is per hit. Is there any other HP Esper that deals AoE damage? I think Feng Nuxi. Yeah, Feng Nuxi deals HP damage. Look at that, 4 times, 1.5%. So this is 6% in total. So having Fatum Sister deal 8% maximum HP is actually huge, considering that she is a support. I would put Fatum Sister at the same level as Feng Nuxi. So Fatum Sister now deal more damage than Feng Nuxi. Okay, that's already great enough. Okay, so dispels all ally debuffs. So this, you're supposed to only get this at Resonance 6 because this is OP. Now you can get this at Resonance 0. So, she is already insanely good with this. Like, not many Esper can dispel all debuffs. Like, even Clara herself only dispels 2 debuffs. So now Fatum Sister can dispel all ally debuffs and then heal their HP, gives invincibility and gives speed up, and also gives defense up here. This alone makes her value even higher than Clara right now. Like, I still remember 2 years ago when Clara first came out, it was the most sought after Esper, like the most OP Esper back then. Now she gets replaced by Fatum Sister. The only ever value Clara has anymore is just the immunity, the shield, and the AP up. There is a different buff with Fatum Sister. But in terms of healing and dispelling, now Fatum Sisters is actually really, really good. And this one is 5% maximum HP, quite alright. I think I want to compare it with a single ability damage. This one, damage 5% of Feng Nuxi's maximum HP, so it's the same. For a support, okay, for a support. But on top of that, she still used attack damage as another damage source. Now, compared to a DPS HP Esper, Everett deals 7%. So you cannot build her as a DPS Esper, but again, she is a support. Okay, so that's it. And now the the 6 resonance is going to be different, right? You see. Well, passive cooldown, healing one. Yeah, revives and heals all fallen allies. Wait, is there a sound in this game? Wait. Let me check. Why is there no sound? I don't think I hear any sound. There is a sound. Oh, the sound is in my headphones. No wonder. Okay. So back to Fatum's sister again. Where is Fatum? Where is Fatum's sister? Where is Fatum's sister? My God, there are too many espers now. It's really hard to find them. Fatum's sister. Yes, there she is. Okay. This one. Oh, the song is too loud. No wonder. Yeah, I didn't hear that when it was on my earphone just now. Okay. Where is it? The third ascension heals all allies. Yeah, it doesn't resurrect anyone. So if you don't have her at resonance 2, it's not gonna resurrect anyone. But now at resonance 2, she gonna revives and heals all fallen allies. So this is comparable to Cecilia. Yeah. Progressive surviving teammate reduces the ability's cooldown by 1/3. So cooldown 5 turns, reduced to 4 turns, and then increased by 2 turns in here. So 4 turns, 2 turns, 6 turns. So the cooldown gonna be 6 turns, and its surviving teammates reduce the ability cooldown by 1 turn. So if you have 4 alive experts, it's gonna reduce the cooldown by 4 turns. That means that the cooldown of this skill, if everyone is healthy, is only 2 turns. What the hell? Really? Wait. I'm not looking. I'm not counting wrong, right? Reduced by 1 turn. So this is 4 turns. And then the maximum number is increased, the maximum cooldown increased by 2, that means 6 turns. And then if you have 4 allies, it reduces the cooldown by 1 turn. So 6 minus 4 is 2. Yes, the cooldown of her second skill is 2 turns. What the hell? She can dispel and dispel all ally debuffs and heal allies every 2 turns. Oh my God, that is OP. In a turn-based game, 1 turn difference in cooldown is enough to make a skill overpowered. This one have a 2 turns cooldown. Oh my gosh. I don't want to ask for it getting crazy. Although no more like the video is nice and good. Nice, yes, that's good. The stream is smoother than my future, to be honest. Oh really? Yeah, good thing I restart the computer then. So yeah, continue on. The 4, when getting boss is the Esper heals themselves. Yes, this is for healing Fatum's sister herself. And then the 6th one, because the dispel all debuffs now becomes a resonance 0 skill. When the Fatum sisters fall and they become the only survivor on the ally side, cast this ability. It triggers once per battle. But the thing is that I would love to try and test this, but because I don't have resonance 6 Fatum sisters in the PTR, so if you guys have Fatum sisters later on, you can try this once the update make into the actual server. But I'm gonna tell you the tips and tricks first. So this one is mentioned trigger once per battle. Is something when Fatum sister fall, but it doesn't mention in the sparkling stage here before the 6th resonance that it has a limit on how many times it can trigger. So that means that you have 2 turns cooldown on this, healing allies and then dispel all their debuffs. And if all of your allies die, that means that you can resurrect them and get a 6 turn cooldown. But here's the thing. If only one of your ally die, that means that you will reduce the cooldown of this skill by 3 turns. And with a 6 turn cooldown, that means that you have a 3 turns cooldown on this skill after you revive one of your ally. And if you can lasts for 3 turns and only one other Esper die after 3 turns, you can revive them again. It's already enough to make her an OP revival Esper. Because the other revival Esper is a Simmer one, that is the fastest reviver Esper is this one, and her ability to revive have 4 turns cooldown. Yeah, this one can revive if you have her at Ascension 3. This one can revive. The cooldown is 4 turns. But Fatum sister, if only one Esper die, she has 3 turns cooldown on her revival skill. And if you can manage, like if your entire lineup dies and she revive them, and then you can last until 6 turns, or if you give, oh my god, there is, wait, I just realized this. They don't mention that you cannot reduce the cooldown of this skill by any ability. They are not mentioning that anywhere. That means that you can pair her with who is the water lady? Uday. You can pair her with Uday. This one, where is it? Growth Resonance 6. This one resets all ability cooldowns of the target. This one, oh my god! Sometimes I scared my analysis myself. They're not mentioning anywhere that you cannot reduce the cooldown of this skill. Yeah, they don't mention anywhere that you cannot reduce the cooldown of this skill. So if you pair her with someone that can reduce cooldown, Sachiko, Feng Nuxi, Uday, Ahmed, my god, you can keep reviving your allies. This is even crazier than Cecilia. Where is Cecilia? This is it, Cecilia. Look, Crimson Protection's cooldown is not affected by other effects. You cannot reduce the cooldown of this from both equipment and cooldown reduction. But they forgot to mention it here. Let me try, okay? Let me try this with Feng Nuxi. Can I reduce the cooldown of this skill? It doesn't revive. Yeah, it doesn't revive. But hopefully it's still the same. It still have the same effect after you get her to Resonance 2. Like they don't mention anywhere that it cannot be. The cooldown cannot be affected by any ability or equipment. Can you imagine trying to fight a team of Mavis, R6 Sujue, Abigail, Sakura, and Jinya, or remove one and add Fatum sisters? Yeah, they can never die. But I would suggest just go with Fatum sister. Oh yeah, wait. Abigail can reduce cooldown, right? Yeah. Abigail now can reduce cooldown. So even though she is not an Inferno Esper, if you can manage to get Abigail to cast her third ability to Fatum sisters, that means that you can reduce that cooldown. You can reduce her this one cooldown. So let's use this. I'm gonna give it here, and then it's on cooldown, right? It's on cooldown. So Feng Nuxi, can you reduce the cooldown of this, please? Let's see. Feng Nuxi. Height 3 turns. Akablam. Where is your cooldown? Look at that. Yeah, they forgot to mention you cannot reduce the cooldown of this. My god. I have unlimited resurrect now. AoE resurrection unlimited number. Oh my god. And the thing is that no. There is one wrong part in your team, Craig Jolie, because if you have this one, Mavis cannot be resurrected. Where is this? Where is the text? I remember Mavis cannot get resurrected. Where is it? Where is it? Where is the text? I forgot, but I remember you cannot resurrect Mavis. What is it? This one cannot be revived. So if you put Mavis on a revival team, it's not gonna happen because your allies will get graveless. They cannot be revived. I mean, they theoretically they're not dead yet, so you cannot revive a graveless Esper. And then after that, you cannot revive Mavis herself. So once Mavis is dead and your allies die and lose that graveless effect, then your Fatum sister only then can resurrect them. But that means that your Fatum sisters need to be the last Esper standing in order to survive for that long, and only then you need to be lucky to be able to move and resurrect your allies. You know, it's much better to just resurrect your allies the moment they die, so you have a low cooldown on your second ability. And if you can reset that, it's even better. You know, you don't need to wait until everybody dies, then resurrect them. So Mavis is not a really good combo with Abigail and Fatum sisters. But right now, if you have Fengnuxi, Yude, or Abigail and reset Fatum sister second skill, that is already insanely good. And without even without the cooldown reduction, if you don't need the resurrection, it already have only 2 turns cooldown. And this thing gives invincibility. So 2 turns cooldown of invincibility means that one of your Esper will have an almost permanent invincibility. You will almost gonna have one of your allies having invincibility every other turn, you know. So that is already insanely good. And you have a permanent speed up. If none of your allies die, you have a permanent speed up because this skill have 2 turns cooldown. God damn it. that is insanely OP. Okay, now next Esper. Who is on the line for changes? Elaine. Where is Elaine? This one, Elaine. Let's see. At full ability, Mon clears all enemy stealth effect, attacks one enemy, damage per hit, is hit inflicts sleep, blocker, blah blah blah. Nothing changed on the third skill. Is the bottom enemy, grants is heal, inflicts stack down, and sleep. Nothing changed on that. So let's attack one turn. Nothing changed on that. So I think the change is on the resonance. This one. Yes, defense ignorance multiplier increased to 50%. Has a chance of ignore some defense when attacking enemies without sleep. The chance is increased to 100% when attacking enemies with sleep. I think that effect is supposed to be yeah, I forgot the initial effect. But this is a nice effect because it ignores the enemy's defense when attacking enemies with sleep. And the thing is that she inflicts the sleep at every single hit that she does. So if she hits the enemy 5 times and on the very first hit she inflicts the sleep, the rest of the other 4 hits gonna ignore the enemy's defense, you know. So Elaine is insanely good in killing Defender Esper if you have her at Resonance 2. And right now she is also really good in killing Ana because of the multi-hits, and she can also kill Intisar. You know, all those stealth Esper is dead in front of her. Yes. Yeah. So ignore 100% defense, and her damage is 60% times 5 is 300% attack. So if I compare this with Bayondina, what is Bayondina? So Bayondina's third skill deals 75% attack damage and then 30%. So 105% attack damage to a single enemy and ignore 100% defense if the enemy is not buffed. 105%. And Elaine, what is Elaine? Wait, Elaine is win. Elaine. This one. Okay, Elaine deals 300% on a single target if they are asleep. Yeah. So right now with this new buff, with this one, if you have Elaine at Resonance 2, she is a stronger Esper than Biondina. You no longer need Biondina to ignore the enemy's defense and kill a defender Esper. You can use Elaine right now, and she's a much better option than Biondina. So the only use for Biondina right now is actually to just dispel all buffs from two enemies at the same time. You know, that's the only utility that Biondina has left right now. Her damage is getting replaced by Elaine. So with this buff, certain Esper now become useless, certain Esper becomes insanely OP right now. And yeah, the rest is still the same. The rest is still the same for Elaine. So next is Tever only change captain ability. We don't need to check that. Ife. We're gonna go with Ife first. Yes. And Ife, we're gonna test her in here. Only then you will understand how insanely good she is right now. Where is Ife? Where is Ife? Like, I've been wanting to have Ife at Resonance 6 because the current buff is actually her Resonance 6 effect getting applied to her Resonance 0. So here is Ife. Let me show you guys. Show you how OP Resonance 6 Ife is. So, third skill. Kablam. Okay, look at that. Poison, attack down. So the enemy won't be able to kill you because they have attack down now. So you will be really strong. Now let me show you. This is three turns. You're gonna be using this first skill. Okay, I'm gonna slow this down. First skill. Kablam. Bonus turn. And look, you reduce your cooldown by 1 already. Now I'm gonna attack again. Kablam. Okay. Now look at that. Ha. Now imagine if this happened with Avatara. Can you imagine? Yes. She has unlimited chance of casting her third ability because on the next turn now, she will be able to use her third skill already. Let me see. No, not taun. Dang it. Yeah. She get taunted. I cannot cast her third ability. But look at that. She is supposed to cast her third ability then. Let me change it back. Let's see. Now I'm gonna give her Avatara. This is where Ife at Resonance 6 was supposed to be OP, but nobody ever built her until Resonance 6. I'm probably the only one crazy enough to aim for Ife Resonance 6. You know. And I'm on my way to there. But now they give her Resonance 6 ability to Resonance 0 Ife. So everyone can enjoy her. Oh no! It doesn't. If the enemy is debuffed afterwards, gain 1 turn. Okay, so the requirement is you need the enemy to be debuffed for you to be able to trigger this. So Avatara, Kablam, bonus turn. Yes! Look at that! Ife gonna move straight away after she triggers Avatara. This is OP. Kablam! What the hell is this? Yes. Look at that. Ife gonna move every time she casts Avatara. Bonus turn! Kablam! Again, I'm gonna hit you again. Oh my god. Bonus turn! Look at that! My cooldown is gone just by keep triggering Avatara. I didn't get my own turn. I didn't get my own turn. I get all of my turn from bonus turn from Avatara just now. You see, and this is why you need a theory crafter in your life, guys. Like I've been mentioning to people, like Eve is OP, Eve is strong, but nobody believed me. I'm the only one who was aiming for Resonance 6 Eve, but because I'm a free-to-play player, I cannot get a Resonance 6 Esper easily. So I've only able to reach Resonance for Eve, and they decided to let everybody enjoy Eve at Resonance 6. Look at this. Come on, hit Eve again. Come on. Trigger her avatar again. Go, go, go. My God. This has been a very fun night, guys. I really enjoyed tonight's stream. Like there are so many pros and cons. But the thing is that the requirements that you need the enemy to have a debuff like this one. You see, kablam. Then cooldown reduce. Look at that. Kablam. Next turn I'm already able to cast my skill. If I trigger Avatara and the enemy has a debuff right now, I would have been able to use my skill. But because the enemy doesn't, look at that. See. Kablam. Yeah, that's Ife. So yeah, you guys now can enjoy, every one of you can now enjoy Ife at Resonance 6. That's Ife. Reducing cooldown, because this gain a bonus turn will reduce her cooldown. So this essentially almost not gonna have a cooldown if you keep getting attacked. But if you don't get attacked, you can use her first ability and actually get a bonus turn, which means that this one is essentially only 3 turns, and this one is essentially only 2 turns, if you are able to manage to cast her first ability. So that is it. Lots of people are going to be so happy she has been buffed. Yes, especially me. Especially me. Okay, next, who else in... Oh yeah. She also give an extra thing. Where is it? It's not only her first ability. I forgot. Where is it? It's not only her first ability. So the second ability now... Wait. Yeah. On the second resonance, her resonance also changed. Because her 6th resonance is now happening on the 0 resonance. So on the resonance 2, when the ability ends, extends all debuff durations for the target by 1 turn. Just like Tricky just now, I've already shown you. Tricky can extend freeze by another turn, which makes him a perfect pair for Sloan. But it's not only Tricky that can increase stun debuff duration, So Ife can now extend all debuff durations, including stun, freeze, petrification, etc., by 1 turn, and instantly triggers target's poison effect for 1 turn. So you can explode the poison effect, for 1 turn. And if the enemy have 12 stacks of poison, all 12 of them gonna trigger for 1 turn, just like Camille, just like Camille. So if you guys want to scroll back to my very first video in Dislyte in my YouTube channel here, you can find my very first Dislyte video was actually about Ife. The reason why I make a Dislyte content back then was because I was frustrated. The moment Ife came out, everybody says she was useless. Everybody was choosing Kara over Ife. And I already had enough, because before Ife, it was Ophelia, and a certain stupid YouTuber said that Ophelia is what's the word? A glorified Tang Yun. A certain stupid player said that she is a glorified Tang Yun. And I told at least one of my guildmates believed me. One of my clubmates believed me, and he maximized, like he spent every single penny into Resonance 6 Ophelia back then, and he topped the PvP rank just by using Ophelia. And everybody And the guy who said glorified Tang Yun just say, oh, I made a mistake, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, that is, yeah. Like think before you speak, guys. And then after that, the same thing happened with Ife. And because nobody ever want to invest on her, I cannot show you how good she is. So I made a video and theory crafting about her. Like how good she is, you know, and her 6 resonance is actually really OP. But yeah, nobody ever gonna invest on resonance 6 Ife. So only until now, you guys can realize how good that resonance 6 is. This one gain a bonus turn on the first ability that can be triggered by Avatara. How brainless can the developer be? Okay, now that's enough. Wait. Resonance 6 now becomes what? Ignoring resist, 20% chance, and then it suddenly triggers the target poison effect for 1 turn. Yeah, and also I mentioned that after Eve came out, I've been waiting for an Esper that can explode the poison effect. Because the only thing that makes a poison Esper much stronger is another Esper that can explode the poison and instantly trigger the poison effect. Without needing to wait the enemy to move. Because a lot of time, if I went into a PvE content, if I keep controlling the enemy team and reducing their AP, they never move. And if I use Eve to deal poison damage to them, the poison will never deal damage. So the only thing that is missing for a poison Esper is a poison explosion Esper, like exploder Esper, and Eve is now that Esper. You know, so pairing her up with Hilda is going to make them become insanely strong, because now you can explode your poison effect without waiting for the enemy to move, you know, and also Ife chance of inflicting poison before casting gas. Yeah, so because of this effect, I definitely probably gonna max my Ife resonance, but I will see first. Like, because the 6 resonance is happening on the tail whip is on the first ability. Whether I do need that or not, I think I do need that. Yeah, like this one, I'm gonna tell you the best application for this in Dark Star Lord. You know, like I don't know if this gonna remove the poison. Like you need to have like the poison effect to have like at least 2 or 3 turns duration on the enemy. Otherwise, it's gonna remove the entire poison effect from the enemy. But for certain content like the Dark Star Lord, and then after that Andras. In Andras, you can put poison on the boss, and you can instantly trigger the poison, and that is Andras' weakness. And not only that, you can actually put poison on Kronos and Apep and Fafnir, but they have very high resistance that it's not worth it putting poison on the enemy that you have a very low chance to put so. So only in Andras can you guaranteed to have a higher chance of putting poison on the enemy, so you can explode them with Ife now. And then after that, again, it's really good in Dark Star Lord, but you need to test it, because if you only have 1 duration poison on the boss, or if your Ife is too fast and explode the poison 2 times, then it's gonna remove every single poison from the Dark Star Lord. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword, so you need to test it first. But it's definitely gonna be insanely strong in Andras. And in PvP, she's gonna be viable in PvP too. Now going to the next Esper, Sienna first. I'm gonna leave Everett for last, because I know all of you is like excited for Everett. So I'm gonna go with Sienna first, the one that is easier to explain. So we're gonna go to the VR battleground in here, so that I can see her ability with Ascension and Abilimon and etc. Where is it? Where is Sienna? Okay. This one. And yep. So, attack on enemies like this. Enemy AP, 100% chance of inflicting stun. So you don't need to clear the enemy AP first before you can stun them. Yes, gains 1 bonus turn, cooldown 5 turns. Still alright. And this one, grants all allies attack up and speed up, so it's still here. It's still here. Like I mentioned in the patch notes, that whether this is still here or not. And all ability cooldowns of allied win as first minus 1 turn. Yeah, this is going to be really useful in Fafnir. And also, if you do want, now with the coming of Abigail and Sienna playing around with Element Esper here, you do want to make a lineup consisting only Inferno Esper in Sentinel Hunt and Falsetto Fantasy, and also a lineup consisting of only Wind Esper for Sienna, if you can do that, you know. Like, I know for sure Feng Sun and Yuxu gonna benefit a ton from this, and some other good Wind Esper. Let me see, who else is a good Wind Esper? Let's see, Yun Chuan can also benefit from that, and Ahmed can also join together because Ahmed reduced team-wide ability cooldowns by 1 turn. So together with Ahmed like this, and then Yun Chuan, and then this one, and then Mateo, and probably Feng Sun. Where is Feng Sun? I don't have Feng Sun in here. Yeah, I don't have Feng Sun in here. Yeah. So yeah, you can actually make a team based on Wind Esper in your Sentinel Hunt and Falsetto Fantasy, and you can have a lot of cooldown reduction with both of them. Especially for Feng Sun and Yuxu, you know, Feng Sun and Yuxu gonna benefit a lot with this. And then that's it. I think Sienna changes is not that many. There is no change to the resonance, like, right? Extend to 3 turns, yes. Cooldown, yes. Stun extended to 2 turns, yes, no changes. Okay, now we gonna go to what you've been waiting for. This guy. Yeah, from useless to becoming at least really good. Like, for those of you who have been with me for 2 years, I don't know if any of you are backsitting or you know, remember me from 2 years ago. Then when Everett first came out, everybody was so excited with Everett. I was probably the only one who never built my Everett, because I knew straight away when he first came out, he's a very useless Esper. Because 1 stun is enough to make him useless. Because everybody who built Everett back then, they never put any resist on Everett. They just focus on critical rate, critical damage, and bonus HP. They didn't even give Everett any speed. And that was when PvP was still using your own equipment. They don't give any speed, they don't give any resist on Everett. So the moment I stun Everett, that's it. He cannot do anything until the end of the battle. Until he is the only last man standing, and I can just permanent stun him until he die, no matter how many HP he has. So I just need to use Pritzker to kill him. 1 single Pritzker is enough to kill Everett, you know. So he was a very, very useless Esper back then, but now they buff him. So what was the change? Ability 2, okay? Attacks one enemy 2 times, that means 5% of it. 60% chance inflicting miss straight up, heals all allies. 3% damage dealt, that is from his resonance. So now you can get this from resonance 0. Yes, he can get this from resonance 0 healing, chance of taking crit. From non-simmer enemies, minor 100%. This is good for his survival. He is at least now really, really hard to kill. It's just as if having a Chuyao, another Chuyao, you know, specially made for Everett. Like if you have played with Chuyao recently, you know how strong it is reducing the enemy's critical rate by 100%. Now you have this on Everett. So Everett is going to be really, really hard to kill. And we now know that HP-based lineup is viable with Amir. Now you can pair Everett together with Amir now. And when taking a crit, 30% chance of counterattacking with disability, when taking non-crit, 100% chance of counterattacking. Yes, that is the same. And then the third ability, while this ability is on cooldown, all allies take 20% damage reduction. But I think it can happen without this ability on cooldown, I think. When hit by a non-Simmer Esper's first ability effect, nullifies it. Oh, it's only first ability effect. Oh, I think it's only the first ability effect. So it's not like Petros who can nullify every single debuff. This one is only the first ability effect. Look at it, triggers once per turn. And average critical rate plus 100% when attacking non-Simmer enemies. So now with this new effect, wow, this is insanely good. You can build Everett with full critical damage without critical rate at all. And just hope you hit a non-Simmer Esper. But it is not gonna be good in PvP because right now every single player have Simmer Legendary Esper in PvP. So like half of the team of like high ranking player is all about Simmer Esper. So you cannot really rely on this, but let me see on the rival rune. Let's see if he still have a critical rate. Wait, what is this? If he still has a critical rate. Everett, this one. Right? Hide. Yeah, he still has critical rate. So this one is kind of like useless in the current beat bout and knockout because you already have 100% critical rate in the rival rune anyway. So this one is totally useless. This is just for point war. But right now, point war reward is not as good as beatbout and knockout. So what you need to care about is just the rival rune, and that means that making this thing is totally useless. So this one, I think the developer is aiming for Everett becoming useful in PvE. Like recently, we have a content of PvE where you can get like championship, like championship. The previous championship, you get more point if you use Everett. I don't know, I didn't check if the current championship you get more point using Everett, but in the previous championship you get more point if you use Everett. So with this effect, you can at least get higher damage with Everett. If you are attacking bosses like Fafnir that is not a Simmer enemies, And then let's see the resonance. When Simmer is 30 teammates take hits, counterattacks with this ability. It triggers once per turn. Now this one is what you need, but I think all players already have Everett at Resonance 6. I think every single player should have Everett at Resonance 6. As long as you farm your Dislyte lands, you should have your Everett at Resonance 6. So this one is a guaranteed to have. So when Simmer Esper teammates take hits, which is good because every single player right now, especially the high-ranking PvP, again, like I said, have Simmer Esper, especially Ana. Like I see Ana and AK everywhere, and then Wuyo, and then who else? Simmer is just everywhere now. If they take a hit, you counterattack with this ability, which is the second ability. He is bread and butter, so that's good. He can be really strong that way. He is like another Ana, without the ability to nullify the very first hit every enemy do to her. And then attack outside of turn, damage plus, yes. And this ability's passive effect also works on allied Simmer Esper, Valkyrie's Glory. Passive, when hit by a non-Simmer enemy's first ability, oh my god. Yeah. So every one of them can nullify Simmer Esper, and nullify a debuff from first ability on allied Simmer Esper. Yeah. So if you have a lot of Simmer Esper in your PvP lineup, it's now time to pair him up. So just now we've seen that Abigail can make an entirely Inferno Esper lineup. And then we have Sienna to be able to make an entirely Win Esper lineup. Now for Everett, it is gonna be good if you can make an entirely Shimmer Esper lineup. That is actually good. I'm probably gonna try using him together with my Anna lineup. Because I just recently used my reverb for Anna, so I'm currently building Anna. So if I have enough rival rune, I'm gonna build Everett to be paired with Anna. So now every time any allies got hit, or Anna will counterattack, and if Anna herself got hit, Anna will counterattack, Everett also gonna counterattack. Yeah, basically the rest is still the same. You need him to be at resonance to be able to see him in action. Yeah, so I cannot test him in the PTR right now. I don't have him at resonance 6. But yeah, that's basically every single tips and tricks I can give to you. And probably I'm gonna close this with a gacha. Let's see. We have 1,881. Yeah, let's just spin this. Or maybe I'm gonna do this in my own time. I don't know. Do you guys wait, what? That's the first spin, guys. This is the first spin. I have 1,881 golden record in my PTR account here. Wait then. So I'm gonna use this all up, and by the next PTR testing, I do hope that I can already get a lot of copies of Espers, and we will be able to see like a certain resonance effect later on. Because I never spin for this account. Holy crap, that is a thought. Yes, exactly. I also never realized, I have 1,800 golden record. My God. Because I've only ever log in into my PTR account whenever I want to test a new Esper, and that's how much golden record I have. And this one we have 42,000. So one is 200. So let me get my calculator instead I do it manually. So 43,000 divided by 200, 215. I get another 215. So that means I have 2,000 golden record. I have 2,000 golden record. It's gonna take a while. Do you guys want to watch this, or should I just end my live stream here? Just spin them, man. Yes, I'm gonna spin them, but it's gonna take a long time, So I don't know. I'll probably gonna end this stream here. Otherwise, this stream gonna last for 4 hours or 5 hours. I don't know. Do you guys want to see me spin or just end it? Because this is a PTR account, it doesn't matter whether I get good Esper or not. It's up to you. I will watch as long as you want to spin, but up to you. All right then. All right, let's just spin. So for those of you who already get enough from the live stream, you can probably watch something else. But I'm just gonna spin and use up all of this golden record. And I think I've already talked for too much. I got excited too much tonight. A ton of why I cannot skip this. Why is there no skip button? What the hell? Why? Is it because this is my first time getting all of them? Is it? Why is there no skip button? I cannot skip this. Why? Let's see if they are new. I think you can skip. Yeah. There's no skip button. Usually there's a skip button on here, but you cannot skip it now. It's really? Or maybe it's in the setting. Where's the skip? I cannot skip. Why? The hell, this gonna takes very, very long time. Yeah, like I said, I've been excited too much tonight, because of all the new changes, all the new OP things. So I already feel like my throat is hurting right now. I talk too much, so I'm gonna slow down on the talking and just let you watch. What esper am I getting from this pool? Okay. Wow, that is weird. Yeah, that is weird. Is there a setting in here? Is there a setting? Where is the setting? Ketika powerful text display, compatibility mode, high FPL, simulation, anti-aliasing, surface, stamina full, blah, 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 notification, support, language. No, there is no setting to skip echo. Why cannot skip echo? I cannot skip echo. You're not talking in it, just the visuals. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna rest a little bit. Oh, there it is. There it is. The skip. There we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep spinning this and just keep skipping. You know, just gonna be able to see like what do I get. Hopefully we can get a lot of simmer. I will see my luck in here in the video. So yeah, less talking. Ooh, another legendary. Maybe it's and oh my god, imagining that I need to increase the resonance for every single one of them manually one by one. I'm probably gonna do it in my own time later on. Yeah. Or maybe in the next PTR account. You know. I mean in the next PTR testing, I'll probably gonna increase their resonance when I need to use the esper instead of increasing them right right now. It's much more practical if whenever I need to use them, then I will increase their resonance and definite. But currently, this update right now is very generous, isn't it? Do you guys think so? Oh, another legendary. Do you guys think so? Like a lot of OPS first, a lot of changes. Like Haley. Oh my god, I really wish I can get Haley in my real account. But this is good. Like I never been able to test Haley in this PTR account. Now I have her. So now the next time we test a new Esper. Oh my god, another legendary again. The next time we test new Esper, I'm gonna test it with Haley. Because Haley, like I said, she is one of the must-have Esper. Because she can manipulate equipment, giving another set effect equipment to allies. But you can actually test it by theory crafting. Just give the first equipment, test it to your Esper, and then give the second equipment, test it again, and just imagine having them both happening at the same time, you know. But there is an Esper that you must always have. Manipulating enemy and allies equipment is a utility that I always consider limitless. The last two updates are amazing. Yes, the last two updates are amazing. But it is required, you know. It's just a matter of time. Because the more new Esper that comes out for a game that has been around for 2 years, they definitely need some time to rebalance things. Because when they first came out with the idea of older espers, they won't have predict that they will come out with someone like Anna, come out someone like Wuyo, come out someone like Iki, you know. So the older esper cannot cope with all those new espers, you know. So that's why they now rebalance everything and making sure that the older esper can still have value in the current time. And that's why whenever I judge esper, I will always think on every single situation and whether their ability can happen to any kind of situation that can be used in every single kind of situation. Hence why someone like Haley that can manipulate equipment in any kind of rebalancing, in any kind of stage, in any kind of situation, that is something that is always going to be situationally good, you know, or Abigail. That is something that is always going to be situationally good. So that's why it is a must-have. And then someone like Tricky, the ability to punish the enemy if they try to cleanse your debuff is limitless. Like there is no way that a future Esper gonna cope with another way to remove a debuff. Like by punishing enemy to remove their debuffs means that they either have to live with their debuffs or they gonna get petrified. There is no other option out of that, you know. So hence why Tricky's ability is never going to be replaced, you know. If there comes out in the future an Esper with similar ability like Tricky, like I always say, you just need to use them both, just like Chuyao. Chuyao have a similar ability with Tricky at Resonance 4, but only if the enemy remove his Calamity. But that is enough to pair him up with Tricky, you know. By having them both, it guarantees the enemy, if they cleanse their debuffs, to get afflicted by Petrify, you know. Always think about it in that kind of situation. So for Amir's case, you know, why is he not timeless? It's because his utility is to remove the enemy's shield and to do something when the enemy has shield. But it's not always a thing for the enemy to have a shield. There are a lot of ways for the enemy to survive. You know, you don't need to always use shield to survive. You know, you can. Oh, finally, Yalina! Yeah, I can test Yalina. Should we test her right now? Let's go. No. I don't need your tutorial. I don't need your tutorial. The hell? No. I don't need your tutorial. What the hell? Oh, I can wish for Embla. Yeah. I don't have function. I don't have Embla. I can actually wish for them in here. So let's do that after we finish up everything. And if I still don't get Embla, I can wish for her. So let's go test Yalina. I RR Abigail and Sienna and ability want them because of this coming up. Yeah, if I have enough, Tricky is best. Yeah. Oh, Tricky is next. Oh, okay. She's awesome. Yeah. So yeah, just because of this update. But you shouldn't do that before the update actually hits, you know. What happens if I, as a tester, report to the Dislyte developer and say they are too OP and they actually change them before it hits the actual server, you know? You are taking a gamble there. But yeah, hopefully they don't change it, you know. Hopefully they don't change it. Where is Shalina? There she is. Yep. So this one, I do want to see this triggering with Tricky. If it really can, the enemy getting debuffers and then cleanse, and then Tricky trigger it, then that is OP. That is OP. So let's see. The enemy gonna move. We're gonna move. That one heal this spell. Oh my god, look at that. Yeah, but it doesn't trigger Tricky's passive. So yeah. So the order of this happening is that the enemy heal first, the enemy cleanse first, and then the enemy will receive the promise breaker. So now because the enemy have this debuff on them, you know, damage taken plus 3% and critical rate minus 20% when attacking Yalina. This is good. Like I think Yalina have promise breaker maximum 10 stacks, so the enemy will have 30% damage taken if you can get this stack to a high to 10 stacks. So the thing with damage taken is that everything that goes into the enemy will be increased, including percentage HP damage and also true damage. True damage, percentage CP damage, and everything. And the best example for this is Falsetto Fantasy on the Counter Sonica. Counter Sonica makes your defender Esper deal insane amount of damage. So hence why Esper like Koharu deals like increase your damage by a lot, because Koharu gives you a buff that increase your damage dealt by 10%. So for defender Esper that is already buffed and can deal 1 million damage, 10% of that 1 million damage is 100,000 damage. You know, so this one will increase that even further, and that's why Sujue is insanely good, because Sujue just by one puppet art will increase damage taken of the enemy by 20%. That means that if you deal 1 million damage to the enemy, 20% of that is 200,000. And so if you bring Yalina and you manage to give Promise Breaker to 10 stacks, you can increase their damage taken by 30%, which means that if you deal in Counter Sonica a million damage, it will give 300,000 bonus damage by just bringing Yalina. And I bet if you bring any other Esper, you won't be able to contribute that much damage compared to Yalina. Like for example, you bring like Sienna, give attack up, no, not Sienna, Gabriel, give defense up to no, that's a bad example, like because the defense up will really increase the damage by a lot. Like if you bring someone like Gaius, you deal damage to the boss, and because they receive damage reduction from non-defender Esper, I bet even Gaius won't be able to deal 300,000 damage that Yalina can contribute to your defender Esper. You know, so hence why this is insanely good. The mistaken increase is always going to be good, and Chu Yao is able to increase that with Calamity. You know, you have a lot of source, Calamity, Puppet Art, now Promise Breaker. They all increase the enemy's damage taken, and it's always a good thing because percentage HP damage, and because I also play as Intisar. I main Intisar. And my Intisar, the percentage HP damage. So I know very well how insanely good damage taken increase is, because it increased my Intisar's damage. You know. Need some extra tips anyway. I have been hoarding. I have a problem with that. I have a meeting I have to go into. I can listen, but I can watch. Okay. All right. Wait. This one, whenever they receive healing, no problem with no destruction. Yeah, so if they can have healing but not this well, this is good. But yeah, in practice, it's not gonna be that easy, and hence why Yalina is not being used that much. But it's the same position with Mei, you know. But it is enough to make her a unique Esper, because there are not many Esper that can give debuff on the enemy turn. So that is already put her in a borderline legendary Esper. Yeah, damage taken increase. If you can get the 10 stacks, it increase damage dealt by 30%. But anyway, I'm just gonna keep on spinning this. And how long have I been streaming? Oh my god, I think I've been streaming for 4 hours. It's 10 o'clock. I started at 7 o'clock something. Yeah. It's 3 hours. It's already been 3 hours. I've been streaming for 3 hours. I got a friend who told me that my stream was too long. That's why nobody watched my stream. But it's a different purpose, you know. Like if you know me, like you know that a detailed explanation is not enough in just 10 minutes. You know, all of my explanation require a long time, and it's very detailed. It's very detailed, and hence why I require a long time to actually explain my point. But it is also a bad habit of mine. Like every time I talk with other people, if they are like an impatient people, then they gonna keep cutting my my conversation. You know, they always cut in between my conversation, and then I can never. I can never finish my sentence, and I can never reach to my point, and it's always a problem talking to people like that. But I always have fun with people who can actually wait and listen until someone finishes talking, you know, because only until then they understand what am I talking about. And most of the time they understand what it is that I am talking about, and they don't need to speak further because I've already explained from A to Z whatever their concern is, because I can already predict what they're gonna ask, you know. I'm a very detailed person in that case, like technical person, you know. Like if you are someone who I meet in my workplace, you will know that I'm a very technical person, that I actually think about every single possibility of something that is happening and prepare everything before something actually happens. That is basically my job. GG. Hi Bang Ardi, welcome to the stream. Why GG? Why GG? I have 2,000 golden record in my PTR account. So I'm gonna make a huge gacha session in here. Even though I'm not excited with any single, with any of the legendary expert that I get in here, because I know for sure that I can never use them. Look at that, another legendary. Yay. Not yay, you know. Because I can never use them. This is in PTR account. Keren akun utama, enak aja. Akun utama kalau gue punya 2000 golden record mah bisa gila gue, udah apa pesta pora gue. So we're gonna keep on skipping, and I'm just gonna keep talking slowly because I've already hurt my throat. But I just can't stop talking. It's a bad habit of mine. Only I can get Embla and Feng Sun, and I have every single Esper, I think. Yeah, that's the only 2 Esper that I missed. Ada apaan sih? Embla sama Feng Sun. Actually not actually looking for anything. I'm just using up my golden record. So I can see like how many resonance I can have, because like just now, I cannot test the super legendary. Let's see who I get. Oh my God, Petros! If only this is my main account. Oh my God. Yeah, I've been wanting to have Petros. Oh yeah, and yeah, like I said again. We got a lot of update on the the changes into the older Esper's resonance ability. So I cannot test them because I don't have them at resonance 6. So right now, I just hope I can get like at least resonance to Abigail, resonance to Fatum sisters, and then resonance to Eve, just to test all of their new resonance abilities. But that is just hoping from this one. Oh, that guy. Yes, that guy, Petros. Got Petros. I really want him in my main account. Again, because his value is in guaranteed death. Just imagine that word. Just listen to that sentence. Guaranteed death. How insanely cool is that? I mean, like, there is no counter to that. Like, guaranteed death. How can that thing not last for a very long time? Nothing can stop him from killing his target. Yeah. Even Graveless, Amir, even Graveless cannot stop him. Oke, kamu diserap akun PTR. Once anytime I fight him, I win. Maybe you can figure out how to use him. I don't think anyone can figure out how to use him correctly. Yes. No one can figure him out to use him out correctly. No, it's not that they cannot figure out how to use him. It's because in the knockout and beat bout, they actually give him low damage. And it's just like for Petros, you have two different builds. Whether you want to increase his damage or you want to increase his HP. But in the knockout and beat bout, in his rival rune, they actually try to get both, which is always going to be bad. If you want to build something, or another Amir, if you want to build something, do not make him half and half, It's gonna be bad. He is not as tanky as he is supposed to be if you go with full HP, and he is not as killer as he is supposed to be if you go full damage on him. So because of that, he's actually useless in beat bout and knockout. Petros is useless in beat bout and knockout. But if you go with him in point war, he is insanely strong because you can focus on his main stats, either a full attack damage or either full HP, which makes him immortal. If you go full HP, he is immortal. So if I ever get my chance on Petros, if I ever get another Simmer, if I ever get my hand on Petros, then I'm gonna fully use him. Double legendary. I'm gonna use him in point war, not in knockout and Raven. Nice. Raven and Hilda. If only my luck in my main account is like this, I've already got 2 silver legendaries. What the hell? Double, yes, it's a double. The fuck. And I think I spent how many? 800, right? I spent 800 golden record on Amir because I wanted Petros, and I didn't get a single Simmer legendary. While in here, I've only spent 802. Wait, how many did I spend? 800. See, I've already spent 800, and I got 2 Simmer legendaries. Yeah, like Bang Ardi said, my luck got sucked into the PTR account. I'm actually throwing away my luck in here. But never mind, I need to use up this golden record anyway. So after this is done, I'm gonna end the stream and I'm gonna just enjoy my ZZZ, Zenless Zone Zero. Yeah, it's a good game. It's a really good game. Bang Ardi, why are you not playing ZZZ? Why are you playing Wuwa? Why? Why? That's good. Yeah. Enjoying my time there. It's a very good game. Very relaxing. An action game that doesn't require you to have that much reflex. And it's rewarding. Like the skill ceiling is really good. The lowest skill floor is very, very low. Like even the most challenged person can still play ZZZ, and the highest skill ceiling is very, very high. You need a lot of things to think about in order to really, really get good in ZZZ. Oh, Liam. I also still need Liam in my main account. Yeah. So, the skill ceiling is very high and the skill floor is very low for ZZZ. So every single player can actually play that game. And then it's not only an action game, it also has a puzzle. You're not always gonna, fight the entire game. It's gonna be very boring. But you have a puzzle. So that is good for my brain. And then the city, the exploration, the open world is not that big. The city is very, very small. It's very easy to explore the whole area and just focus on, enjoying your time. Like you can play the game with 2 hours per day, and it's enough, to do all of your daily. Finally Feng Sun. Yes, finally got my Feng Sun. So I can test his combo now in the PTR. Nice. Download ZZZ belum gue install file gede jir. Yeah, the game has 150 gigabyte, but that is expected because the game itself is mostly movies. So if you do want to enjoy your time like me, like playing ZZZ is actually nice. It's actually really good for relaxing because 80% of the time when you are playing the game is actually watching anime. The game is watching movies, It's less action, more movies. So it's actually the best game for me right now. I can no longer compete in Dislyte, like long ago, 2 years ago, I can actually compete in PvP and PvE content. But right now, also because I quit halfway, I still catching up with Haley, still catching up with Tever, still catching up with Yalina, because a lot of must-have Esper, I kind of skip through them, like Liam and Feng Sun. I needed to use Wisdom on Feng Sun the other day, just because he is a must-have, and yeah, I still have a lot of things, a lot of Esper to catch up. So that's why I cannot make a content like a boss fight that requires you to have Liam, to have Haley, to have Swanpin, Oh yeah, Swanpin also is a must-have. You must have Swanpin, actually. But because he is a simmer, it's very pricey. So you can grab your Ana first, you can grab your Wuyo, because they will give you far higher return on investment, ROE. They give you much better ROI, because right now the most reward comes from PvP. So it is understandable if you don't take Swanpin from your Simmer Reverb. And hence why I asked in my post, to ask you whether which Simmer Reverb that you want me to pick. Because for me, Swanpin is a must-have. But because the current PvP content gives you the most reward, I don't mind getting Anna because she will give me a higher PvP reward for my case because I'm currently in the top 10%. So I still have a lot of reward on top of that. So I can use my Ana to actually increase my PvP rank, and that will give me more chance to get a simmer in the future. And hence why I did that post asking you which simmer esper that you want me to choose. And you all chose Ana. Not you all, but more than half chose Ana. So yeah, I'm gonna use Ana, get more simmer record, and grab Swanpin next. But if you did choose Swanpin for me, I also alright with that because Swanpin is a must-have for me. 50 GB pantas lama, yes, that's why it takes a long time for ZZZ if you want to play it. But it's worth it, it's totally worth it. You're gonna have a lot of fun playing that. Compared to WUWA. Because WUWA is much harder than ZZZ, and you do need a lot of time. If you are like me, a father of two sons, and also a working adult, like you don't have that much time to actually explore the world. The world is actually really big, quite big. Not as big as Genshin Impact, but it's still big. You know, until now I only finished like 20% of the exploration in WUWA. That sucks, you know. And also WUWA is a pay to win game. Because here's the thing, the banner character deals 10 times more damage than the non-banner character. Just imagine that. So if you don't pull your banner character, you can never clear the content in time. It's like playing the game in hell mode when you are a free-to-play players. Like you need extra effort in order to just clear your infinite tower. You know, if we are talking about in Dislyte terms, they also have something like infinite tower, but to clear that, imagine the pay-to-win players can clear every single stage within 10 seconds. And for the free-to-play players, you need to actually kill every single stage and finish that in around 5 minutes. That's the difference between pay-to-win and free-to-play players in that game. Hence why I'm dropping WUWA. And also at the beginning, like I only played WUWA because my friend kept asking me because he wanted to make a YouTube channel and he's interested in playing WUWA. He made a YouTube channel showcasing his Visa and pay-to-win content. Like the other day, he managed to play as Jinzi and deal 1 million damage. And he recorded that and put it in his channel. So I helped him in Fatum sister. And so if I can get another Fatum sister, then I can test her second resonance. So that's good. Yeah, let's keep on going this. So yeah, I helped him making his channel in YouTube, like editing his video. So I actually have an extra work right now, editing my own video and editing someone else's channel videos. So I no longer have that much time to play again anymore. So I'm dropping WUWA, and Zenless Zone Zero gives me more time to do something else, you know. Punya ini Unas, mending download ZZZ yang di emulator nggak sih? Mending yang di komputer. Soalnya kalau di emulator bakal nge-lag banget, gue jamin. Di emulator bakal nge-lag banget itu game. Karena kayak Genshin Impact aja, itu game bukan game handphone, anjir. Sama kayak WUWA. WUWA bukan game handphone, anjir. Itu game lu mainin di handphone, meledak yang ada handphone lu. Bukan game handphone itu. Jadi mending lu pakai yang dari merekanya asli, dari kliennya asli. Oh, another Yalina. How come I get so many legendaries in this PTR account? I don't think I ever hit PT in here. Oh, nice. I can try Fatum Sister. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I can try Fatum Sister. Let's go Fatum Sister. Where is my Fatum Sister? Fatum. Fatum Sister Resonance too. I can test her now. Yes. There we go. So I can actually test her whether you can reset this cooldown or not. Let's go. Tapi Wuwa cuma 20 GB. Yeah, because Wuwa doesn't have that much video compared to Zenless Zone Zero. So let's go. This one we gonna put this. Boom. And then Uday. Do I get Uday at Resonance 6? Do I have? No, I don't have. I don't have her Resonance. I cannot reset cooldown with her. Do I have this guy, Uran, at Resonance 6? Resonance 2? Nope, I don't have him at Resonance 2. And he can also only reset third ability anyway. Feng Nuxi. I can only have Feng Nuxi, and then probably Ahmed. And then Chico. This one. Okay, so let's go with this. Oh, look at that. Guys, one turn cooldown. Oh, how? This is the most OP thing ever in this game. Yeah, look at this. Look at that. I heal this, and I can already use that heal again. Look at that! Oh, yeah. My God. Look at this. Yes. I can just spam this. If you have Sachiko in your lineup, you can just spam this. They are going to nerf that. They are going to nerf this. Yes. My God, what is this? Yeah, heal again. Look at that. Oh my God. How can I not get excited tonight? Like, there are so many stupid things happening tonight. Look at this one. Twing. Cool down. Wait. Oh no, my Sachiko is not Resonance 6. Yeah. She cannot reduce cooldown. Oh no, too bad. Well, look at that. 2 turns cooldown. I only have 1 turn downtime from healing my allies. Okay, let's increase the enemy's level so they can actually kill me. No, so I don't need Sachiko, yes, but Sachiko will be here to just be a scapegoat to die. Let's see. Hopefully my Fatum sister is not dead. So kill me, please. No, not the Fatum sister. Oh wait, I want them to die, not to kill them. Let's see. Kill me, not the Fatum sister. Oh no, what the hell? Why did I kill the Fatum sister? The fuck. Don't kill the Fatum. I need her to be the last woman standing. Kill me. Kill the Ahmed, please. Kill the Clara, please. Kill the Feng Nuxi. Yes, yes. Do that. Do that. Okay. If I use this now, I should have 3 turns cooldown. Okay, okay, okay. So press this. That's it. Kablam. And then. I don't know. Like, it looks OP. It feels like we need to tell the developer to nerf this. But at the same time, I also do want to see this in action. I do want to see that in an actual gameplay. No, don't die. Don't die. No, Fatum sister. Dang it. I need her to revive allies. Maybe not Sachiko. Let's pair her up with this one. So I can resurrect. If in any case Fatum sister die, I can resurrect her with the frog. Yeah, just like that. Just like that. No, don't kill the frog. The hell? I need her to resurrect the Fatum sister. This is the resurrect, right? Yes. Ta-da. Okay. Kill her again. Hey, do that. Nice. No. Don't kill my Fatum sister. Okay, let's see. Hide. Oh no! I need to target. Revives and heals all fallen allies, right? Why do I need to target? Let me see. Let me try. Hide. The fuck! Okay. Yeah, yes. So yeah. I can see where this can be called OP. Turn in level. No, I want them to kill me. Why do I need to reduce their level? I want them to kill me. Okay, kill them. Oh no, not the frog. And maybe maybe not Clara. Then I probably need to give shield to Fatum sister. Let's just not use Clara. Let's use Uday. Uday can protect allies much better. And only one ally, okay? I only need to protect the Fatum sister. Oh yeah, maybe I need to increase the HP too. So my Fatum sister don't die that easily. This one, okay. Hey, let's see. Okay, Uday gives shield. Okay, so she doesn't die. Then hit the enemy. Then revive that. I'm gonna have 3 turns cooldown on my skill. Yes. Continue. Then reduce the cooldown on that one. Get that, 1 turn cooldown. I can already reset that if I want. Wait, how much? It's 4 turns cooldown, so let's reset that. Okay. The enemy. Let Feng Luxi die. Look at that. And I can resurrect Feng Luxi. I can't blame. Yep. Look at that. 3 turns cooldown. 4 turns cooldown actually. 4 turns cooldown by reviving 2 allies. Yeah, let's heal this. And then give shield to her. So my Fatum sister don't die. I can just keep protecting my Fatum sister. You know? And let's see. Let's use this. And maybe I should wait. This one is on cooldown, so this one is also on cooldown. This one on cooldown. I'm just gonna heal Feng Luxi. No, there's no use. Okay, so just wait until Uday can use skill again. Hopefully she can survive. No! Not too bad. I need a much better protection than that. Let's just try again. Hey, should I resurrect? Yeah, I should resurrect. Let's just resurrect. Hop! Hey, now, is that? No, don't kill my Fatum sister. Now look at that. 4 turns cooldown, and I'm gonna reset that. Yeah, kill me. No, not that one. Oh no. Yeah, I can still revive. So let's shield her so she doesn't die, and then revive that. Okay, and then heal that. Don't die, please. Don't die. No! Shit. I wanted to resurrect. But yeah, you get the idea. Yeah. You can reduce that cooldown. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna time this out. So what time is it? 1:47 into the stream. So yeah. Remember that. That's when we test how OP Fatum sister is. Do I get resonance? 2 of Abigail? No, only 1. So 1 more copy of Abigail that I can test Abigail's skill reset. Disability cooldowns. So that one will definitely, if we see from the text, that will reset every single ability. Like it's not only reduce the cooldown, but it will reset like the everything from Inferno Esper. Really buat Infinnya. Oh, have a good night, man. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for coming, just you. Good night. Yeah, the Fatum sister is choosing target is to choose for who will get the invincibility. So yeah. But yeah, because you cannot control the AI in knockout and beatbout in PvP. So if you do want to guarantee that Fatum sister can resurrect infinitely, you do want to bring Ahmed and Sachiko because they both can reduce cooldown for the entire ally teams. So by bringing the both, it will at least reduce your Fatum sisters ability cooldown by 2 or 3. And because the cooldown is only 3, so yeah, you don't really need to survive for that long. You know, you can just keep resurrecting your allies. Okay, we're gonna spin this 60 more times to use up all of the golden record, and I'm gonna end the stream. Unless we can get a copy of Abigail. Unless we can get a copy of Abigail. Oh, another legendary. It was a double legendary just now, right? I didn't even get excited anymore by getting double because this is not a main account. Look at that, I actually get a ton of legendary in a row. If only this happens in my main account. They actually get less definite. Like if you spin the golden record, you don't actually get that many legendary definite. So that's why there's a separate definite pool. Otherwise, it's gonna take you a very, very long time to maximize your definite. Ooh, double legendary and Yalina. I never get a triple legendary. I think. Oh, there was a time. I think one time I did get a triple legendary. Did I? I forgot. Or was it double legendary? Like 2 years ago. That was the first time I got a double legendary, I think. And I still saved the screenshot. I need to find it later. Five. God, it's making me sleepy, and I still need to pull these 13 more times. Oh yeah, I can buy another 200 golden record. Should I buy that? I think I'm gonna save my Nexus crystal. Hey, last legendary. We're gonna end the stream right after this. I'm getting tired, sleepy, and bored. Let's go, Farah and Yalina. So, let's see. Oh my god, 800 waste stones. Yep. But anyway, let's check on Abigail. Do I get a copy of Abigail? Nope. Yeah, too bad. But you can already guess like how it works. And where is Sienna? One. Yeah, it only extended turn. So we've already tried this. It's just as it says. It's gonna, all with Esper -1 turn, just like it says. So yeah, that's it for tonight's stream, guys. So hope you guys enjoy it. It's very, very long, but I'm gonna put a timestamp on that Fatum sister test, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.